And I'm like 3 times the size of your forehead when I put it against the screen.
Nah. Everyone knows that screens are accurate.
Exactly.
Especially when it comes to size and colour.
True.
If my job has taught me anything, something that looks good on a screen is gonna look good in real life. And completely accurate.
I remember watching a video.
Sorry, we're on the internet anyway. I've just been quiet and letting you guys talk about foreheads. I love how like Rosie's camera cropped on the screen is literally just like a nose and some eyebrows.
Good. That's all we want to see anyway.
I'm that character off that TV show that nobody knows about anymore. With Tim Allen in it.
Oh, fuck. I know it was Home Improvement, but like, what was the neighbor's name?
Mr. Something.
No, it wasn't Mr. Something. It was just like, I don't know, it was just like a name. Like, it was just boring.
Yeah.
I want to look it up now.
Like Wilson or something.
Alf or Wilson. Wilbert. Bartholomew.
Yeah, Wilson.
Played
Wilson!
Earl Hindman.
Yes.
Earl Goldberg.
Riveting stuff. Well,
anyway, should I sit correctly in my?
I mean, you don't have to. I'm just saying, like, people are thinking your bookshelf is a mimic that's playing D&D rather than you. That's all I'll say.
A mimic?
But there is a mimic on the bookshelf.
True.
Give it a slap.
Oh.
I too possess a mimic in the form of my my dice chest.
Oh yeah, I also have a mimic.
The chest teeth.
Yeah, very nice. I think I've got the same mimic as Rose, except mine is the special edition, like metallic one.
Well, I pre-ordered the pop vinyl mimic where the vinyl box.
Yes, how cool is that? I ordered that as well.
Working where I work, I'm not going to say exactly where I work, but it is so fucking dangerous because I want to buy shit all the time.
As soon as you see it.
Oh, that's actually so mad.
Wait, I gotta goggle it.
Well, there's a new gaming store, Game Traders, that's just opened up near my work, and it's like Pop Central. Like they've got a massive wall full of pops, and I'm part of their pop collector club, so I can pre-order pops for free. So you don't have to put in a down payment or anything. You'd be like, you're in their Facebook group. They're like, hey, we've got these pops coming in soon. You'd be like, yep, I want one of them. They're like, cool, you good.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and Mimic is definitely one of those ones I have on pre-order.
Understandably.
Oh, yes.
Mad as hell.
Yeah.
Hey, Gun's in the chat, said posture check. So, yeah, thank you. Posture check, everyone.
Yeah.
I have
very bad.
I have a lumbar pillow. Fuck y'all.
I have a ZQ gaming chair. ZQ gaming chairs. Get them now.
Secret Lab. Boy.
Oh, Secret Lab.
Secret Lab, yeah.
All right. Well, if either one of those brands want to sponsor us and send me new things to sit on
and talk about.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, I'm the best at promoting things.
I'm the best at sitting in things because honestly, I work from home.
Beat me to
it. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I've been working from home this week, but I've been sitting on like my kitchen chair because this massive office setup with all these monitors and gaming chair is my lovely wife's work from home space. So she gets the lovely setup because her work computer's in here, and because I've just got a laptop, I've been on the kitchen table. So
Ooh. Love your spine. How's it feeling?
You know what? Not great. I'm not feeling good.
Does she do Zoom calls and shit for work?
Like,
does she do Zoom calls and stuff for work and have that background? Like,
yeah.
All those amazing. They probably think she's got the sickest setup.
Yeah, they're like, oh my god, that's so cool. Yeah.
Jelly. I want that.
Yeah, exactly. We're running out of room in here though. So many things. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Blackfire99, I definitely know who that is now. From the from the phrasing. And then my wife's drunk and out with her work friends, so she's in the chat as well.
Oh,
Courtney!
Yeah,
I mean,
quick, show
Courtney!
show
Courtney!
show her your shirt. Show her
My
your
shirt,
shirt.
Courtney! Look at my shirt! Don't ignore my pajamas, but look at my shirt!
If you can't tell on your small screen, that's Link writing some kind of hippogriff or something.
it's what's it called?
It's just the bird.
No, they have
Well.
names.
Burb.
Just the burb.
It's
Burp.
a bub.
He's looking for a chippy.
Hell
Right,
yes.
The loft
Seagull.
wings. The loft wings. There you go. Loft
Big old chubby chippy.
Big fat chip. Anyway, I'm gonna cover it up. That's
Yeah.
all you get. I'm gonna cover it up with this blanket now.
Dude.
Okay, too lewd,
Yeah.
too hot for TV.
2 #sexy for number 4 you.
All right. Well, you know what? We should probably get into playing some.
Oh, we don't want
Game.
to talk shit all night.
I mean, we could. I mean, like I said, I've got the whole week off. I might just log on here when I'm drunk one day and just talk at
Like, you know
people.
what I think?
Wait. We don't talk shit the whole time we play D&D as well?
Well, I mean, like half the time, at least. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Cool. Before we get started, obviously, as always, big shout out to Kevin McLeod for the awesome tunes in the background there. And also for Roll20 for making them available to us to listen to. So yeah, thanks Kev. I hope you don't mind if I call you Kev. Never met you, probably never will, but I hope you don't mind.
Kevo. Best
Kevo.
friend.
Kev, yeah.
Kev,
Best mate, Kev.
Is
Kev.
Yeah, and speaking of music and stuff, I actually, again, not a sponsored thing. I'm not sponsored for most of the shit that I talk. I just talk about things I like.
not sponsored for any of the shit that we talk about.
Yeah, exactly. We don't. If you want to sponsor, I mean, I'll happily take free things to talk about your product. So hit me up and slide into my DMs, as the kids say. But Arcane Anthems, I put up a post up in our Twitter the other day. I tweeted a twit
Yeah, I saw
on
that.
Twitter. Arcane Anthems, royalty-free open license like Kev stuff. He makes all of his own tunes and tracks and that kind of thing. He's got parody songs on there as well, which I've listened to a couple of them. They're pretty solid. But yeah, I can't wait to make some music videos and that sort of thing. Not music videos. What am I talking about? Videos to have music in the background for YouTube and use some of that stuff. Because there's some cool anthems, some bangers on there. So, yeah. Check him out.
Speaking of which, I'll have to yell at you something after the stream. So if you guys don't see Brody after this, you know I've just gone over there and
Broke the sound barrier.
Right. I'm scared now.
you've done a bad thing. That's not really that bad.
What have I
It's
done?
just about the
Frankie.
YouTube. It's just about the YouTube and stuff like that, and all the VODs and all that sort of shit. Remember?
Oh, okay. All right.
It's so good.
We'll take this off the air. All right. Cool. Yes. All right. We'll sort out whatever that shit is.
It'll be fine, Brody. Don't worry.
You're fine. I'm just making shit up as I go along.
I'm not scared at all of Frankie in any way, shape, or form.
I'm
You should
5'2",
be.
if that helps.
You're 5'2".
Yeah, I was gonna say Frankie is like 2 inches tall.
I'm like a whole foot taller than you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone is.
Frankie is yeetable. I will put that out as well.
Okay, to
Yeah.
be fair though, I am okay with being needable, only because if I am now an aerial combatant, think about it. Think about it.
Okay, so I'm gonna be there to yeet you. Got it. All right.
Hell yes, get that swole.
Yeah. Is it weird that my first thought was like I could throw you, just shot put, you know.
That's what I think when people tell me they're like short and tiny. I'm just like, yeah, are you throwable? Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
then you are really short. You're
Yeah.
really short and tiny.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's a tall person thing, but I just like if someone's shorter than me, I'm not gonna not acknowledge it.
Yeah, you have that power.
Yeah, I have the power as a half giant. Yeah. All right, but yes, D&D.
Yes.
Oh, right.
That's why we're here. Who would like to do a recap for a cheeky bonus point of inspiration for the game?
Trying to find my dice real quick.
I think I did it last time. From
We combined it last time, didn't we?
I think Franco.
did the start?
I don't know.
You did the start, I did the end.
I don't know. It doesn't
'cause-
really matter. Like you can do it again. Whoever wants to have a go.
I
I mean,
actually.
half the episode involved Kelly.
Yeah.
Very true.
I mean,
think
I
remember
can sum it up in a sentence, pretty much.
Yeah, Kelly, you haven't done it in a while. You get it.
I've never done it actually. I
Well,
don't
do it. Do
No,
it.
because
Do it.
If you think you're so tough.
Do it. You
I
won't.
definitely don't think it's tough, and I definitely get very anxious whenever this point comes up because I'm like, I don't want to do it.
Do it.
But I will
Yeah,
say
do it.
that from my perspective, it was nerds went to read books. I got drunk as fuck. I found a bad guy, and I tried to fuck him up, but he fucked me up very badly. I almost died, and then dude got away, and I'm sad.
Yeah.
Also, there was a Yeti or something, but
Okay, good.
I didn't really see that as well. So that yes, you can feel free to do your perspective, but that was my perspective.
That was.
That was basically it. I mean, that's essentially what happened. Yeah. Zan got
It was
drunk. Zan got drunk, found BBEG, tried to fight one-on-one, got knocked unconscious, almost died, while the
building.
other two fought a Yeti. And
Yeah.
then the last thing you guys heard was, or Quill heard a message in her head in Elvish that said, please
Don't
don't...
get involved.
Yeah.
Like stay out of it or something like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
along those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't get involved. Stay out of it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Something
don't please don't interfere further or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you went back to House Kishi in the school, the grey house, the grey cloaks, what do you want to call them, to have a sleepy. So yeah, I'm going to count that. Kel, you can have a bonus point of inspiration for this game.
Yay!
Yeah. Let's just have a look at shit DM notes for the session.
Did they say more than Stella?
Yes, they did say more than Stella this time. Said Zan. I'll read word for word, like grammatically as well. So without a full stop or a separation, Zan pay for Green Fairy, has a drink at student bar called Hag's Brew, and then just the notes of initiative. That's my notes from this.
Nice. Oh, is Green Fairy absinthe?
Yes.
Yes.
I have some of that in my cupboard. Like I literally bought that last week. And I didn't even make the connection. What the fuck?
Wow.
No.
Yeah.
I should be drinking that last week. God damn, I could have been drinking.
Oh, you would have been on the floor.
That would have been fucking hilarious.
I had a little bit of that last week. It's pretty strong stuff. God
Yes,
damn.
it is.
Isn't it like 70%?
It's 60.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
red one,
Sorry,
the red one is
60.
70. There's a red version. The green one is
Do you-
60.
I
Yeah.
believe the original Green Fairy in Europe, they can't sell it in like most other places, but in Europe, I believe the Green Fairy is the strongest one, and it also has like a mild toxin,
Hallucinogen? Yeah.
yeah, in it as well, like something that actually legit poisons you for a little bit and makes you hallucinate.
It'll
Um,
probably be the methanol or the fact that it is because it's so pure in
Yeah, the-
ethanol that it's actually like
Goes straight to your
fucking with
brain.
you.
And that's why they call it Green Fairy, because it makes you hallucinate and see green fairies, I'm assuming. So, yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Sweet. Awesome. So, you guys have all had a long rest, so you can all hit long rest in your character sheet if you...
I'm glad I didn't have to roll any
Hold on to
character.
it.
That's great.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you had 2 fails and 2 fails and 2 saves on your death saves. So you were literally
Pretty clutch.
one bad roll away.
Oh, don't tell me that. That's scary.
Yeah. Yeah. That's scary.
I might have been a little bit sad Zan died, but I also wouldn't be surprised because, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I'm always the same. Like with my characters in D&D, it's like I don't want them to die, but I'm normally over it within like half an hour, and I'm like, okay, but I've got this really cool idea for another one.
Yeah.
Just absolutely sobbing, unconsolable mess. Half an hour later, yeah, okay. So this one, guys, the fucking backstory on this guy.
Yeah.
Oh boy, so many problems. Okay,
Yeah,
here we go.
So I want to make a lizard folk that's a warlock that worships a giant egg that's actually himself that hasn't been born yet from another dimension.
Done.
Nice.
Perfectly
Yeah. Damn.
fits into the story.
Yeah.
Easy to write in.
What's that
Halfway
meme
through.
online where it's like first character, human fighter champion, 30-second character, I'm a bicycling witch from the future.
Yes, I love that so much.
Yeah, cool. So, you all wake up in some mildly comfortable beds in House Kishi. You've all had your own pretty much separate room to yourself. It's a very small room, no more than 10 feet by 10 feet in each dimension. So, it's a fairly small room, but it's a fresh day. You've got the morning to yourself. Whatever you guys would like to do.
Morning. Well,
Damn.
I'd
Like
like
very sore and sorry because I did almost die.
very true, but I would like to. Obviously, we've walked in through this place, stomped on through, flopped onto beds, passed the fuck out. Did we see anything as far as like a common room where food might be being cooked in this house?
Similar to House Channock, where there was that area in the bottom floor, students relaxing, doing their thing. Very similar in House Kishi as well. The main big difference is that it's not as not as
Opulent?
picky.
it's not quite. It's kind of boring. Like it's like grey bangers, grey banners hanging on grey stone, like a very basic old leather couch, simple, like used tavern tables set up for students to study on and sit on and that kind of thing. So it is a common area, but it's nothing as elaborate as House Channock with all their mosses and strange things. There's no real character in the room. It seems fairly stock standard in here.
So no food smells.
I mean, there does appear to be, like, similar to kind of what you saw in the library. There is a little food station set up with, like, snacky foods and that kind of thing. It does seem pretty empty of students at the moment. So, might suggest there may be somewhere...
that they hang out.
Yeah, somewhere else in the campus there might be breakfast or brunch foods provided.
All right, I'm gonna say that Jin fell asleep, like lying, like horizontally across the bed. So like, there's of course the bed like that, and Jin's just across like this.
Yeah.
So like, head is like literally just over the top, just like that. Feet on the other end. He's gonna bring the head up. The hair is gonna look like an absolute just mess, just everywhere. I'm just gonna be like, bacon. No. Oh, life is not worth living. There is bacon. Where is Cuddles? Cuddles.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's sleeping on top of the wooden chest of drawers in the corner of the room, fully just splayed out on his back. Cuddles.
Ah, he looks like he's having the best time. What a sweet boy.
You're dying. Oh, what the sweet boy!
Zane, Quildick. Are Zane and Quildick in this room?
No, they are in separate rooms.
Is Ariel in this room?
Ariel is not, no.
Oh.
It's just you and Cuddles.
Jin is considering arson. Jin has had a bad night.
Same.
Commit arson, don't commit arson. Commit arson, don't commit arson. It's got to happen now. Oh, bacon first.
Wait, just commit arson to make the bacon.
Two birds
You're
with
not in the
bacon.
room to tell Jin this, so unfortunately I cannot metagame this into Jin's plans at this point.
Damn it.
My apologies. However, if Zan ends up finding out that Jin is intending on committing arson, if they actually intend on doing that, then you can definitely suggest it.
Okay.
Okay, Jin is up. Oh, ow. Jin has blister. Ow.
Right.
Where the fuck are you, fuckheads?
Oh,
Jin's gonna kind of just like stumble around, just like trudge on down, open the door, and just suss down the hallway. Half an idea of where these idiots are.
You can probably hear Zan like moaning though, because she's so like probably still like.
Would like to perception check for Zan moans and grunts of pain.
All right. So as you walk out, it's kind of like an open landing. So it's like a circular. So obviously it's a tower, and this level in particular has like a cutout in the middle of the floor that looks down onto the lower levels. And yeah, it's kind of like a circular hallway with rooms that lead off of the side of each of it. So I'll get you to roll a perception check for me.
Alrighty. First roll the night, boys. Ooh, that was a 16 plus stuff. 16 plus 6.
All right, so 20,
I'll definitely take that.
22. All right, so yeah, you can hear, it's literally the room right next to you. You can hear there's coming from the room.
Yeah, that sounds like Zan. Okay. Zan!
Fuck off.
Zan! Okay. I'm gonna open the door.
All right, Zan, roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
That's a 5.
5.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, I saw that. All right, 5. So you are still under the effects of the poison condition for the duration of, I'm going to say, at least the first 2 hours of the day.
Oh,
Question.
fantastic.
Is this outer hall sort of thing bright by any chance?
No, it's fairly dim.
Sad. Jen's gonna throw open the door, just absolutely throw it open, have it bang onto the other wall, and just be like, Zan! Hi, love.
I should have died yesterday. Why did you let me die?
Jesus.
Jin has already told you. Jin is annoying. Jin will annoy you if you die. Like, even more than Jin already annoys you. Jin needs you. Jin will pay you in the form of not poking your sore spots if you help Jin find bacon.
My head. Everything hurts.
Does your nose hurt?
No. Wait.
Can you use your nose? What does Jin's armpit smell like?
I'm just, everything is fuzzy. I don't think I could do it. Smell anything.
You're right,
now.
it does smell like fuzzy. See, your nose works great. Let's go, find bacon.
You have to drag me.
If one were to put a scale of like, let's say maybe 20 or so, Jin would put himself on like a 9 for strength-like things. But okay. Where are Zan's feet?
So like I picture like the quilt is pulled over Zan's head, and just arms and legs are hanging out of it. So you can see a foot hanging out at the end of the bed.
I need motivation to get out of bed. I'm not going to be able to do it myself.
Stabby motivation.
Oh, yeah.
Get him.
Just gonna like wrap both arms around the ankle that Jin can see and just kind of like try and drag Zan off the bed. The quilt can come with. That doesn't matter. Jin does not care. Jin wants bacon.
All right, roll an athletics check because with Zan's belt, she has like the muscle density of a giant. So
Jin has the muscle density of a twig.
Of an
of a carrot.
Oh man, that could have been so great if it wasn't a 6 minus 1.
So try as you might, Zan doesn't seem to budge.
You're so fat.
And Zan, you barely even feel like your leg being tugged.
Zan, Jin wants bacon.
Fine. Okay.
Be glad Jin did not already commit arson like Jin planned.
Well, technically, wouldn't I have to roll with this? No way, it wasn't. I'm not competing, so I don't have to roll anything, do I? No,
Yeah.
not much.
Also, again, my fucking strength is piss weak. Like, honestly, if you competed against me, I would just be like, nah, listen, let's just say that I tried and it was complete, like, nat 1.
Alright, so you're getting out of bed then, Zan?
Yeah.
Reluctantly?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So you slink your way out of bed. Still a bit woozy. Drip, like, you got dry drip all over your mouth.
This is a normal Saturday morning, sorry.
I mean, both you and Zan kind of smell like bottled hot swamp water. Like you're both not smelling great.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Okay. Jin's plan is to find everybody, maybe. Jin can be bothered. Find bacon. Bacon's important, yes. Then something to bathe.
Yeah. I can't even smell very good right now, and I can already tell you fucking reek.
Zane smells worse because it also is dog smell too.
No. This is my natural smell. I always smell like this.
Wet, sweaty dog?
Yeah.
Naturally?
Yeah.
Okay. Jin just wants bacon now. Arson is looking so much better.
Arson?
Yes.
Yeah, all we need is some pigs and then put some arson, then you got bacon and arson in one.
Yummy.
Jin likes his version of Zane. Coming back from dead was very good for you.
Now,
Okay.
Quill's generally an early riser, isn't she? Or is she? Yeah.
Yeah. Been up for a couple of hours.
Yeah. So you can hear from downstairs in the common area while sipping on a coffee. Ariel's already made her way up as well. You've seen her conversing with some other students. She's actually seems to be doing a little bit of book learning as well this morning. And yes, you've overheard your companions from upstairs having this very loud conversation. Especially considering it's 2 floors up, but it's completely open. Like I said, it's open all the way down. So yeah, you can hear it echoing through the halls.
No, but really, arson is so much fun.
Me God, Jin, if you do anything near lighting a match even, I'm going to come up there and beat you.
Does dancing lights count?
Does that in any way involve catching things on fire?
Yes.
Then yes, it counts.
Only fire.
And if you want bacon, it's down in the kitchen.
Oh, love you, Quill Dick. Cuddles. You're gonna run really, really awkwardly, like a kid, kind of waddling back down into Jin's room and grab Cuddles carefully, trying not to wake him up too much, and being like, "Hello."
So as you actually get into the door frame, you say, Cuddles, Cuddles, like calling his name. As you get in the door frame, it's just like he just latches onto you.
Aww.
Oh, hi, little Cuddles. You are so beautiful and cute. Bacon time. Yes, it's based food. Okay.
All right.
And
So-
you're gonna hear like this really, really like weird, like literally just a kid's feet like slapping on like tiles sort of thing of Jim
There's
going
no
down the
tiles.
stairs and everything obnoxiously loud because right now they just feel like a little fuck.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Zan's
Right.
practically crawling down the stairs because she's so fucking like hungover and feels like shit.
So Quill, in the time that you spend down here this morning, you do know that the kitchen and the common eating area is actually an old hall that's a little bit down a ways. So it's a walk outside of the tower area you're in right now. It's over just past the library where you were the night before.
Yeah. Can I say that like as soon as I get up, that's kind of my usual routine is I do a little survey of the area,
Yeah.
like before everyone gets up, just to make sure everything's all right. No one's died in the night.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, I walk the full kind of all the areas that I know, are reasonably safe and are reasonably, populated with people that I'm allowed in. Like, if it's like a private keep out, I'm not going to just be like, oh.
Yeah, the only real area that you're like restricted from going into is the main tower, the one that was sort of half collapsed. Having a bit of a survey around the grounds after waking up early, rising, getting your breakfast and that sort of thing. There is what looks like a guard that guards the entrance to the underground, to the old entrance to Ornantor, like where the dwarf statue is. There is a guard that's kind of posted there. But with your pass, you're permitted to... You can go into classrooms, it's fine, you're not allowed to attend classes. You can access the library, you can access the common areas, the dining hall. But yeah, the main tower, there is a small kind of little reception-y area. You can go in there, but you can't access the higher levels without an appointment or authorized permission or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
The guard at the statue. Can I say that well, they've obviously seen me. Whoever's posted there, I'm not being sneaky. Can I catch your
Thank
attention?
Thank you for the subscription, Olaps.
Hey,
About time.
go on.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. That's many subscribers we have now. That's many more than none. So thank you
Very
everyone
true.
who subscribed.
Many more than
It's
none.
many more than none. So yeah, thank you everyone who subscribed so far, and yeah, big shout out to Laps, our most recent subscriber. You now have access to the
Hey!
Ha Night emote. So enjoy that, and thank you for your support.
Yes.
But yes, sorry, you were saying that yes, the guard.
yeah. Pretty much I want to have a quick talk to him and just ask if there's anything, was it all quiet last night? Was it all good? No dramas? You feeling good?
So this very large, like you would swear that he's a dwarf if he were dwarf stature, but massively broad, heavy set, blonde hair, blonde beard, has all these daggers strapped and adorning his armor everywhere. He bears this symbol of looks like a golden sun, but the rays of the sun are dagger blades. Bears that symbol across his chest. In terms of stature and size, best I can probably describe it as Reinhardt from Overwatch. Like he's a big boy. He is massive.
Staunch.
So as you approach him, he stands even like at least maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet taller than you.
I'm not used to this.
Yeah.
Large and in charge.
He goes, not used to what exactly?
Oh, nothing. Just looking up. You know, normally I'm the taller one. Anyway, how was the watch?
Right. Watch. Yeah. Fine. Thank you.
You were watching, weren't you?
Yeah. Sorry, who are you?
Oh, I'm new here. One of my friends is taking the test to join the school.
Right, yeah, definitely not my school. No, well, nice to meet you, new guy.
Oh, Quillian Droig is my name.
Quill, very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you indeed.
She holds out a hand to shake it.
All right, he reaches out with one, a hand that ironically dwarfs yours. As he reaches out and gives your hand a good shaking.
Hard shaking.
He says, "Oh, nice to meet you. My name's Organ."
Organ.
Organ.
Like a heart or a liver.
Kind of, spelled a bit differently, but yeah, kind of like that.
Well, that's good. That's how I remember people's names, as I relate things to them. So, Organ. Perfect.
Right. Yes.
So if you're not part of the school, then why are you like a contractor? Are they paying you?
Well, sort of. My order has a sworn duty to protect, others from going down into places they shouldn't without permission.
What, like the pit?
Well, yeah, the old dwarven highways, cities, that sort of thing. Sometimes we protect certain parts of the school, like if there's some sort of experiment or magical thing going wrong. We
Happens
stop.
a bit, does it?
Oh, well, I mean, when you got a bunch of students learning magic they're not exactly familiar with and slowly increasing their power levels, something's bound to go wrong at some point.
True, I have a little bit of experience in that. Learning new spells and things. So, which order are you with then? That's doing this service.
Oh, well, I'm from the Order of Avandra. Well, my order is from the religion of Avandra.
All right. I'm not too familiar with that. Do you want to give me a elevator or stairway pitch?
Avandra, Queen of Daggers. You never heard of her?
Well, maybe. I do like to read. I'm sure I've come across it before, but I'd like to hear it from you. What's your opinion?
No, I mean, basically, Avandra was they call her the Chainbreaker. She helped half the Dark Elves escape the Under River with their lives and stop being enslaved by those nasty pests that are down there, and freed them into the Midrest Commonwealth. So, Avandra has worshippers from all round Corterra, especially those who are against slavery or against evil, charming magic. A whole range of different things, really.
Right, well, that's very honourable cause to follow. I can see why a man of your stature would lend his services to such a noble cause. It's very, very brave of you.
Oh, well, thank you, little lady. And I see you're wearing some adornments yourself, a symbol I'm not really familiar with.
Yes,
You were...
From out of town.
I see. You're serving cleric. You're a paladin. What's your game?
Yeah. Paladin, I guess you could call me. Just trying to learn as much about the world as I can.
Ah, lovely. And who do you worship then?
It's just a small. Well, she's a friend of mine. Hal.
A friend?
Yes, I consider her a friend.
Oh, well, very nice indeed.
Yeah, well, the my aim in my little venture is I like stories, to put it simply. I like to hear where people have been and where they're going. It brings me comfort, knowing that other people have goals and ambitions. It brings me joy.
Right.
And Hal agrees with me. I think she likes to think that everyone has a story, everyone has an aim in life, to be happy and healthy, and we need to help them achieve that goal.
Yes, well, they say that one of the greatest gifts that we have is our abilities to tell stories. So, a noble cause.
Yes, precisely. Well, nowhere near protecting the world from evil, but it's the little things that count,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's very nice to catch up and meet you, Organ. I'm sure I'll see you around. I think we're planning on staying here for a little bit at the Grey Cloaks. If you ever pass that way, just come by for a drink. We'll have a coffee.
Lovely. All right. Well, I changed my shift with a couple of other guys. So yeah, if I have some free time, I'll have a look for you and come say hi.
All right. Perfect. How long do your shifts run for?
Depends. Normally it's about 8 hours, 10 hours. I don't know. It's boring sometimes.
Oh yeah, but boring's better than constantly risking your life, eh?
Yes, that's true. Well, at least the sport keeps us entertained every now and then. You got a good view of the oval if you get up on that first rung of the statue up there.
Oh yeah, you can get up there, can you?
Yeah. Well, but despite the armor, I'm actually quite athletic.
You need a good grip, do you?
Well, it's always good to have a good grip.
True. Good sturdy grasp on things. All right, and yes, I've been meaning to investigate that sport as well. When is there a practice on that I should catch?
I mean, well, they have different teams. They normally have a practice going on every day. Generally, they have a practice every afternoon for each of the different houses, or the members of those houses that are involved with the sport.
All right, the grey team. Sorry, I'm still not familiar with the house names.
That's all right. I mean, House Kishi.
That one. Do they have a team?
Yeah, they all have a team. Yeah.
When do they practice?
I don't really know. I don't really keep track of it too much. But House Kishi, they're some of the best ones on the field, tell you that.
Oh, of course.
Despite their, what some would see as shortcomings, one thing they do excel very well at is physical things.
Yes. Well, you gotta be good at... Everyone's good at something. You can't be average at everything. That was meant to sound more inspiring than what it came out to be. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll catch a game, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, lovely to meet you. I'll let you get back to work.
All right. Oh, you have a good one, love. I'll see you around.
All right. See you later. Organ. Heart. Eyes. Kidneys. She's walking off. Just listing different organs.
Yep.
Just for her own amusement, because she thinks it's funny.
All right, cool. So fast forward in time to when the other two have just woken up. You're sitting down, just chillaxing down in the common area of House Kishi. Now, Zan and Jin were going to go on a quest for bacon, I believe.
Bacon quest.
Bacon quest.
A very noble quest.
Indeed, the most important we've been on this thus far.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, as you head out into the small little square area just outside the towers, you can see there's a commotion around. Kind of looks like there's a bunch of students from all the different houses surrounding, creating a bit of a pit in the middle of a circle.
Uh-oh. Jin's been in the middle of many of those before. Somebody's being bullied, or shanked, or shaken down, or potentially having their drugs stolen from them, and their money, and probably their shoes, and belt.
Wait, is it? Are we outside? This is inside.
This is outside, yeah.
Because the kitchen's outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so in the little, like outside the towers kind of surround, in kind of like a semicircle surround this little square area, just the paved area. And out there, this is where this rabble-rousing is going on.
I just want to point out that Zan has pulled up her, like, weird, like, I don't know what to call it, like her half cloak thing, like, over her head to shield herself from the light. She's like,
Hey, Zan.
She's acting very vampire-ish for a fucking werewolf.
Hey, Zan.
What?
Jin is thinking maybe we do not commit arson. Maybe we beat someone up. Would you like to have a look at what is going on there?
Any other day, I would so be down to beat someone up. I just really... you know what? Maybe make you feel better. Whatever.
Very true. Let us find out what is going on. Hey, move ass. Jin is short. Move. Jin wants to see. Hey.
All right. First question, Quill, did you go with them as well, or would you have stayed behind at this point?
To find bacon. Yeah, I would have tagged along.
All right.
Also, to be fair, Jin also was suggesting arson at one point there, so
True. Yeah.
I feel like Jin kind of needs a babysitter at this point in time.
Playing bodyguard, protecting the world from Jin.
Yeah.
Yet another noble cause.
Yeah. All right. So Jin, as you kind of pushing your way through, and Zan reluctantly trailing behind, and Quill trying to keep up in the mix, you do get yourself maybe like one row back from the center of this circle, and yeah, it does look like that they're surrounded these two students that appear to be in a bit of a shouting match with each other. One of them you recognize as Jaina, the dwarf girl you met, the dwarf young lady you met the night before. The other one appears to be a student of House Hellstrom, which is the evocation school.
The red one.
Yeah. Looks like a bit of a very slender guy, slender build, human. He got some glasses on, slicked back, black hair. Kind of looks a bit snotty. And
saying that his father will hear about this.
He has that kind of attitude, yeah, for sure. Potter.
Scared.
Potter. Well, Potter. He says, well, Jaina, what shit are you babbling today? He's like, and then Jaina responds with, look, I've met people who are going to take me down into Ornithol, and I'm going to find out what's going on down there. Oh, of course you think that's going to be the case. You think that these new strange adventurers that have turned up are going to solve all your problems and take you down under there. You're just making up stories. Making up more stories so you seem more interesting. Because you're just incredibly boring and untalented.
Jin can help you too. You see, Jin has an excellent many-step solution to many problems that different people have. Excuse you, please. Excuse the fuck out of you, please. Jin is short. Racist against short people. Disgusting. Okay. So, Jin can help the both of you. Firstly, Jaina. Hello, Jin's name is Jin, in case you had forgotten who Jin is. Jin's suggestion to you is something that Jin has been told many times. Jin has personally not used this very often, but it is good when you do use it. 2 ears, 1 mouth, twice as much to listen. Okay, shut mouth. And you, sir, well, Jin just needs you to bend over and let Jin reach and get the pole out of your ass. Okay? Okay.
Who the hell do you think that you're talking to? My family
Jin
have
is Jin.
donated so much money to this school. As his attention is fixed on you and is trying to show his overcompensating for his bravado, you just see this large metal bludgeoning object smack him across the face, and you hear and see his jaw dislocate in the process as Jaina has just drawn a mace and smacked him one, and then just keeps hitting him.
I'd like to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on Jaina.
All right, okay. Hold on.
Can I maybe unknowingly assist and try and physically catch the mace to stop her from killing him?
You are still in the crowd, so
I'm in the middle now.
Wait,
Yeah.
can Zan see what's happening?
Zan can see what's happening. Yep.
It's like, I feel better already.
Does nothing.
Fuck.
Keep going, get him.
Zan, you're not helping. Go.
All right.
Go.
So Jaina has to make is it a wisdom saving throw? Is that right?
Tis indeed a wisdom saving throw, specifically of 13.
All right. 7.
Oh dear.
Hey, Jaina, you know what is funny? When you don't do that.
She. Right, honey. It's pretty funny. And she drops to the ground, laughing hysterically, and her mace drops on the
Okay,
ground as well.
assholes, break up. Go away. Go find a magey moo who can heal this fuckboy. Jin has not had bacon and has not committed any forms of arson today. This is bad.
You can see that a few of the other Hellstrom house students sort of pick up this student and start dragging him away. Another one picking up a few of his teeth that have landed in a pile of blood on the ground.
Oh boy, that's
I
not
forget
good.
the teeth.
That's going to need like at least 3 spells for that, maybe.
As he's being dragged away, there is another student from the Grey Cloak House, a dwarven young man, sort of a top knot, shaved sides and back. Has gone. It looks like he can't quite grow hair on his chin just yet, or a mustache, but he's got thick mutton chops, like thick mutton chops.
How many C's though?
Thick with like 3 C's at least. Three
that.
3 C's of thick, and has got these like big looking goggles on, and goes over to Jaina, who's on the ground, and he's like, "Oh, right, I don't know what to do.
She thinks everything you are saying is absolutely hilarious. Just give her like a smack or something. That should do it.
Can't you just turn it off, Jin? Wouldn't that
Yeah,
be easier?
but does she deserve it? Not really.
Just turn it off.
No.
She saves with a 13. So she stops like, what happened? He's like, I gotta tell you, that was great. She's like, oh, thank you. And they just start, like, they embrace and just passionately, like, you know, teenage kind of awkward teenage in public making out with each other just on the ground.
I would.
Jin is this close to causing arson on you.
Oh, go back to the fighting.
Stop it.
Oh, God.
You have 10 seconds.
They stop
9
for,
seconds.
stop for a moment. She's like, sorry. She gets up, dusts her knees off, and straightens up her cloak. And he does the same thing. He goes, "Oh, sorry. That was sorry. It's just, it's a dwarf thing."
No, it's a weird kinky thing that weird fucking people do.
Hormone thing, maybe.
Exactly. Jin hates it. Make it stop. Jin has not committed arson yet today. Jin has not had bacon yet today. Jin has wanted to do this since all morning. Jin has been conscious for less than half an hour. This is all Jin has been thinking of.
And as you're standing there, you see a familiar small-statured man and a attractive gothic assistant step out of House Azarath.
Jin swears to fuck. If you continue this bullshit, Jin is going to make you the reason why Jin has committed great arson on you.
Maybe if we scooch around the back, we can sneak into the kitchen and we'll avoid them and they don't have to talk to us. Come on, let's go.
What the fuck are you talking about? Hello, Doric. What is happening?
What is going on here?
There was like a big fucking circle of people being like, like when people get shaken down and shit like that. Anyway, this motherfucker, not that motherfucker, this motherfucker, Jaina, and then some pompous motherfucker were yelling at each other. Now, Jaina was yelling and being a bit of a butthead.
It was just a, teenage.
And then the other dude was being pompous. So Jin offered to tell Jaina to shut the fuck up and pull the pole out of man's ass because he has one very firmly up there. Whew. Then, when Jin was saying this, Jaina decided to go, fuck. As you can see, there is blood on the floor. Jin stopped it with Tasha's hideous laughter.
Yes, I see.
And then told everybody to fuck off.
I see the blood on the floor. Jaina, you may stay, and you, and with one very rude points over to the other male dwarf student, says, "I will see you later." And he looks down and walks back over to the house tower. Says, "Jaina,
does Jin need to follow?"
Jaina, this is not the first time that this has happened. I'm afraid I'm going to have to take you to the masters. This is unacceptable behavior in the school." And she just sort of hangs her head down. She's like,
"Well,
fine."
Do you want us to take her to the master? You're very, very busy with all of your housework that you have to do, like cleaning up and sweeping the floor. We can take them. Both of them to the master.
Are you trying to persuade or intimidate this man at the moment?
Persuade, I think.
Persuade.
Because I'm good at that.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
God, please don't be shit. That's pretty good. 18 plus 5, whatever that is.
23.
Yes.
Very good.
That.
You are right. I am a very busy man indeed. Come, Lady Sildy. We have work to attend to. At least there is some good that's come of us.
Sylvie.
Write that name down.
Sildy.
Please.
Big titty goth waifu.
Is that who they are?
That's her full title.
That's her full title. Well, it's literally written here as Hot Goth Assistant Rector.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I got BTGC or Goth GF as well, which is of course big titty goth chick.
He says, at least there is some good that's come out of this. Our necromancy and evocation students will have someone to practice their healing on. And they walk hurriedly into House Hellstrom.
Wait. Which masters do we take her to?
The master, right? That's what I was thinking. The master, the one that we need to go talk to anyway.
He means...
There's many masters.
He means the house masters.
Oh, right.
Right.
We need to talk to them anyway.
Okay, before we do that shit, Jin needs bacon. Zan needs bacon. Cuddles needs bacon. Jin needs to find the will to live along the way. Zan, do you need one of those too?
Bacon or the will to live? Probably both.
You look like it.
the
You look more
bacon
like a vampire
do.
than a werewolf.
I'm not convinced I'm totally alive right now, but you know, the bacon might help. All the
Me
fighting, you
too.
can start fighting again too. That also helped a lot.
Did Ariel? Where is Ariel? Is Ariel still back there doing the book reading?
Yeah, she was fine. Back at the common room, talking with the other students.
Yes. We'll say that Jin said hello along the way. I was like, hello, hello, hello. Okay.
Bacon, need bacon.
Notice me.
Bacon, getting the bacon. Bye. Have a great time. Okay,
All right.
let's go get the bacon. Let's go
Alright.
get you some weird bean juice or whatever that people drink to like feel good about their lives and shit. Like
And
this
the-
person here, Quildick.
What? Coffee.
So
Yeah.
I've already had two, but I can have a third.
Oh dear.
And sorry, my brain's dumb. What's the dwarf's? Is it Jaina?
Jaina.
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 Cool. Be like, well, Jaina, I guess you're stuck with us until
Bone braid.
until we take you to see these masters. So do you want bacon?
No.
Sure.
Only good people get bacon.
She throws her hood up and just says, if I'm seen by Tarek again and I haven't been taken to the Masters straight away, I might get in trouble, but that's fine.
That's all right. Just a bit of cheeky bacon. I avoid that man like the plague anyway. So you can be my eyes. If you see him, tell me and we'll run.
He's a pig's arse.
Oh, he's more than an arse. He's a
Jin wants pig's arse. No, let's go.
we better feed the beasts.
All right. Cool. So Quill, you lead the rest of the group to the dining hall, which you've seen and had a bit of a walk through before. Fairly large hall. It looks like it maybe once was a cathedral of some kind. It's just been converted into a large dining hall. In the place of where you would expect to see pews in a cathedral, there's just very big, long, like Viking style tables that run almost the length of the room. There's a few students in there at the moment, catching up on a bit of late morning coffee, some eating some pastries, some nice breads and that sort of thing that have been put on. But it's fairly empty considering the size of the room versus the amount of students that are in here right now.
Are there any donuts in these pastries?
Roll a percentile.
Percentile. Fuck. Fuck. That's percentile. And I need a 10. Do not. That's a 12. Which one's this? That one's a 10. Where have you gone? Where have you fallen? I've fallen
And
I can't get up.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
I don't know where that dice went, so guess what? It's gone.
It's gone
It's
forever.
dead to us now.
It's gone to the
gone.
void.
Forever. Do you need me to roll a percentile for you?
I hit a flat 40.
40.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. They're not fresh, but they're there.
Nah. Any cupcakes?
Cupcakes. There are some leftover blueberry and
perfect.
apple cinnamon.
Oh, apple cinnamon, all of them. How many of them are left? Let's go.
There's about two left.
Perfect. Grabs one.
Mhm.
Finds like a free pocket that's like relatively clean and not like gross and stuff like that, and just like carefully puts it in so as not to squish it. Finds another free pocket, puts that one in. Finds some bread, puts that in a different pocket. Doesn't look like there's anything in any pockets, let alone any pockets at all there. Grabs some more bread, grabs some bacon, hands some to Cuddles. Has like some in like a fistful.
Dimension.
Like this is like some real gremlin level shit. But just is grabbing like a whole bunch of things, just pockets and shit.
All right. Okay.
Just a stick of bread as well. And I should go to the next one, everybody.
I thought you only wanted bacon.
Bacon.
Yes, isn't that what... Anyway, I'll find the bacon and I'll bring it to you, hey?
Bacon!
Oh, you got the bacon.
There's like literally just a fistful, like a whole like handful of just bacon currently in Jin's hand.
Bacon?
It's this morning's bacon.
Bacon!
I want bacon now. God damn it, all this bacon talk.
Jin's gonna grab some more bacon off of like just like a small like a couple pieces and just kind of like try and ram it in Zan's face.
She'll take it. She's still really sick, so it's hard for her to shovel it in some cheese, but she's just gonna like chew on it. It's like, I want to get back to bed.
Well,
All right.
so what's the plan now? I suppose we need to go find the
Take this person to the place where they've got to get in trouble or shit, right?
yes.
Whatever,
then
Or
we
it
can
went
also-
to Hellstrom House. Maybe is that where the masters are? At least the master of that place. No,
Well,
they're all like in the tower, right? The masters are there.
well,
aren't
maybe
they?
we should ask Gina. It's Gina,
Gina.
isn't it?
Jaina.
Yes.
And
Sorry.
yes, they're in the towers.
Okay, the big fuck off tower. Let's go. Hey, Jaina,
Mm,
you want the breadstick?
yes.
So what's gonna wait?
That
before-
one's not stale. Here we go. Breadstick.
What's
Takes the-
going to? What do you think's going to? Oh, sorry. Yeah, breadstick.
Yeah, takes the breadstick and then she pulls out a tankard from underneath her cloak, and then as she holds it in her hand, you can see the handle starts to light up a little bit, like with this like orangey energy, and the tankard just starts to fill with ale. And she starts drinking it.
Jin
can
would
stay.
probably suggest not showing that to the masters. Just a heads up.
Don't worry.
So what do you? What's going to happen? Do you reckon? Is this? Torek said that it's not your first rodeo with these people.
No.
What are you going to get a slap on the wrist, or are you going to get a boot up the bum?
I don't know. Probably be expelled.
Well, that's not ideal. Unless you want to be expelled. Do you want to be expelled?
Don't matter anymore, does it? Because I finally found the people to help me.
It does
True.
matter if they kick you off the campus.
You won't be able to get back in. That's the
Oh.
problem.
I don't think they'll do that, but they'll take away my student rights. I'll probably have a pass just like you two, I hope. And anyway, technically speaking, Ornamental is not on campus. We'll just be leaving off campus through another exit.
True.
Jin
Loophole.
has not eaten enough bacon for this shit.
I've heard from a birdie as well that you're not exactly supposed to go in without permission. Did you know this?
Yeah.
Do you have permission?
No.
Well, that's a problem, isn't it?
I mean, like, it's a small problem in the grand scheme of things. It's a small problem.
It's probably something you should have made us aware of earlier.
Yeah, all right, but right, we're on our way to see the master. You want to speak to the grandmaster as well, from what I remember. So we asked them for permission. Perfect plan.
Right, and we can't exactly be given permission when you're already getting in trouble for beating a pompous, bratty 12-year-old.
Yeah, but loophole again, because if I get expelled, you only need permission to go in there if you're a student. If I'm expelled, I'm not a student anymore, which means I don't need permission. You all don't need permission. No one needs permission. So we're fine.
I think
Jin is willing to put money down that is not how it works. How much money do you have in pocket?
I think we're going to need at least a little bit of
Jin
support.
will pat you down to find out. Jin will match it for a bet. Let's do this.
Who are you talking to, Jin? Talking to me or talking to Yena?
Jaina.
Jaina.
Well, all right. I mean, I don't know. You all seem to be. Hey, Moose has just subscribed. Tier 1 for 2 months. Oh,
Wow.
Oh,
In
damn.
2 months?
thank you, Moosey. I love you, Moosey. Moosey. Thanks, Moose. Thanks for joining. Sorry about what I just did there, but thank you for doing that.
Done out of love.
Oh, I love you, Moose. You're the best, man. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having a good morning.
Yeah. She says, well, you all seem, pretty experienced adventurers. I don't really know if I've got enough money to match what...
You don't have to play
No,
along.
Jin said Jin will match you.
Oh, you'll match me. All right. Hold on. Let me just... I've got it in one of these packs here somewhere. Right. I'll bet you all the gold in here.
How much gold is in there?
Well, it's a fairly sizable... Like, it's a big... You know those big dice pouches?
Yeah.
You can get, like, the massive big ones like Laura Bailey has. Yeah, she, like, plonks one of them down on the table in front of you guys.
How much fucking money is that?
Well, it opens up the cord, unravels the pouch, and it's actually quite a lot of platinum.
That's a-
Jin
Gold?
does
We
not
said
have that
gold.
much platinum. Jin ain't matching that. Fuck you.
Plus we said gold, not platinum.
Oh, okay then. All right, well, I'll just keep this then.
Jin bets you 5 gold.
All right, I'll bet you
That
5
this will
gold.
this will not work. And that you being expelled will not be the loophole you are thinking it will be. And us not being students will not give us permission to go in there. They won't just be like, yeah, sure, go ahead, whatever, doesn't matter. That won't happen.
All right. Look, all we can do is ask, right? All we can do
True,
is try.
but Jin is still putting bet down.
All right,
Yeah.
5 gold.
5 gold.
I'll match that.
Will
5
you
gold.
spit shake on it?
Yep. Just a
It
very
is just
wet slap. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Was it a good spit shake? Best spit shake Jin has had in at least 6 months.
That's pretty good, I'll say that, yeah. Alright, cool. So she leads you over to the main entrance to the tower. Lovely ornate stone carvings across the door, arcane symbols and sigils glowing and radiating around the door. And this large door is at least about 15 feet tall. As Jaina pushes it in to let you guys through. And you're greeted with a large, empty, open bottom room of this hall. And literally there is just a single desk in the middle of this large, empty space with this single, like, dim light that radiates down from the ceiling. And sitting behind this wooden desk is a man with a very pale skin, long black hair, wearing these very dark purple robes. Seems to be noodling away on a quill and raises his head as you all start walking over in his direction.
Cool will kind of be standing right behind Jaina, but kind of got a supportive hand on the shoulder, kind of like a "don't worry, I've got you," but kind of keep, behave yourself, that sort of looming over, but not in an intimidating sort of way.
Jin's not paying any attention to that
Kind of
shit.
pushing
Jin is
her
just
forward.
like sussing out this tower and trying to get the magical vibes, because Jin has been very interested in this tower for some time, and given that some weird shit's been happening now that Jin's been here for a little bit, Jin's very
So it's very strange. Like, looking up at the ceiling of this room. So, like I said, this room is just one big, large, empty room, and the only thing that's in it is just this desk. The ceiling, as you have a look up from where the light is coming from, is it kind of looks like a sunlight through a cloudy winter's day just descending from the roof. And the ceiling, it seems like it's covered in like this strange kind of storm. It's like this really weird contained storm that's in the room that just seems to be slowly circulating around this desk.
What does the air taste like and smell like?
It's like when either rain has just come or rain has just gone, there's that sort of that moisture in the air, and you can kind of almost in a way like smell and a little bit taste the rain and the moisture that's in the air.
After like a really dry spell. So like when it first starts hitting the earth. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. That's kind of what you're getting in this room.
Quill's uncomfortable with this silence now, so she's just like, morning. She kind of gives a little wave.
Good morning.
We're here. We don't have an appointment, but would like to speak with the masters of the house, just if they're free.
No, we were told by House Director Torek to bring Jaina in.
Right.
I see.
To speak with the masters.
Right. Well, some of the masters aren't available, but there is one that you can speak with.
Oh, perfect.
Master Bradley of House Lokil.
Well, is that yourself, or do we need to wait?
No. One moment.
Thank you.
He pushes himself up out of the chair, and he looks like a fairly young man, but he moves and like creaks his way out of the chair as if he was quite frail or quite old. With a bit of a hunch, he walks across about 10 feet behind him. He reaches down with one of his very long fingernailed fingers and starts etching one of the runes in the stones in the ground. And then as he does that, there is this dim green light that illuminates this area on the ground. He walks back to his desk and says, "You may go up."
Oh. Perfect. Right?
Thanking you.
Shall we? Yep. All right. Let's go.
Yeah.
So each of you walk into this dim green circular light. And as you all make your way there, you hear a sudden like sound, and suddenly you're in a different room. You're transported directly in front of a door, a wooden door and a similar dark stone that you've seen. And as you sort of take a step back to look around the room, Quill, you kind of lose your balance in a way, and then you look down and you can see that there is nothing. There seems like there is more of this dark, stormy cloud that you saw on the ceiling of the last room, but beneath you. And it's almost as if the floor just stops.
Can I do a little footsie test to see if my toes go through it? Just gonna
Put that foot away.
try and put
No,
a little bit of weight on
TOS.
it.
Monkey TOS.
Oh,
No bare
sorry.
feet. No bare feet.
No bare feet. But they're dragon feet. They're not bare feet.
True.
Do a little test.
Test. Yeah, so as you put your foot down, it just, as if, it's a ledge.
Well, this is hardly safe.
That's some OH&S bullshit right there.
Who built this? Children around here.
Tell me about it.
Good.
All right. But yeah, this small, jagged landing leads to this one door. and the door it's a wooden door with a gold plaque that says Master Bradley on it.
It's pretty smart. Put the masters away in different kind of like spots in the tower where they cannot be accessed by any means without teleportation or whatever this shit is.
Still, it seems, dangerous. And that man downstairs or upstairs or sideways didn't exactly warn us that there wasn't going to be any bleeding floor. Anyway, Jaina, do you want to knock? Do you want to go?
Jin is going to knock on the door.
Alright.
Well, okay, sure.
Okay, cool. So with a hefty knock on the door, roll. Yeah, do a perception check with disadvantage for me.
Oh.
Damn.
That's a 14 plus 6, so a Cthulhian 20 as we call it.
Cthulhian 20. All right.
And that was a 13 plus 6, so 19.
All right, cool. So you actually catch the end of a... so it was 19, was it, sorry? Did you say? Yeah. You catch the end of an incantation being muttered after you knock on the door. And you hear a voice from the other side. Come in.
Right.
Hello, Jin's name is Jin.
So as you
just kind of like waddle on in.
all right, so you swing. The door swings open. Again, dark stone floor. A regal carpet sort of guides into the center of the room, where there's a large rug, all bearing the symbol and the colors of House Lokil.
Question: that rug.
Yeah.
Is Jin forced to step on the rug?
Oh no, so it's like metaphorically like running into the room. So it's just like straight from the doorway leads into the middle of the
To
room.
the center of the room. You can walk off the rug.
Yeah, I mean you can, if you want to, you could just hop over the rug and walk on the bare stone if you wanted to.
Yeah, Jin's gonna just be kind of weird and just literally jump on in
All right, cool.
and over the rug, and then just kind of like just waddle around and be like, "Hello, so Mr. Torik means he said that Jaina needs to come see a master."
So there's a hearth on the right-hand side of the wall from where you are right now. There does appear to be very strange, sort of like strange, almost like homunculi and different trapped energies that are all kept along the ledge of the fireplace. There's a lot of large cupboards, chests, a particularly very large trunk as you walk through on your right-hand side. And at the end of the rug, when it eventually leads to the main rug of the floor, there are several wooden chairs positioned around a very large, heavy wooden desk, and a very regal looking, almost like a throne on the other side of this desk, where you see this master that's been described. And also there's two long rectangular but come to a point windows, not stained, just normal glass that lead to the outside, letting in the same light that you saw outside before, which is sort of like a dim sunlight coming through, looking like a natural light. The man that sits in the chair, human man, a little bit tanned, medium length brown hair, swept back over his ears, a bit of a stubble going on, bit of a longer mustache and longer goatee than the rest of his stubble. A large gold medallion adorned chain that hangs around his neck. And his robes are very regal looking.
Jin, this entire time, has been, well, it may, of course, sound a bit weird, is looking out because Jin knows that this is how Slokeel was like master and therefore the illusion / enchanter dude, like, or at least a leader of those guys. Jin's looking for that kind of magic, and that's why there was a version of that rug on the off chance that there was something fucky wucky with that rug.
Yeah. Okay.
Particularly anything that's possibly new, considering the fact that they heard an incantation. You know, if Jin didn't hear that, Jin just be like strolling on in and be like, "Hello, how you doing? Hey, hello."
Mm-hmm.
But Jin's a little bit sus, not quite sure about what's going on, and wants to make sure that they don't get caught out.
All right. Roll an investigation check.
All right, just an FYI, my passive is 15.
Passive 15. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I'm glad it is, because that was just a 6 + 5.
Okay. All right.
Not bad.
I mean, having a look around, there's nothing that stands out as illusionary. There doesn't, really seem to be anything that seems particular out of place or anything like that.
Jin, what? Oh,
Jin's up ahead of you, by the way.
oh,
Jin
okay.
has fucking, like, literally jumped
Beeline.
over a rug into this room and then, like, waddled on in, looking around, being like,
Naruto running around the room.
knocking shit over, dodging things that aren't there.
So yeah, the master sort of silently nods and welcomes you all into the room.
Right. Yes, as Jin's announced, we're here to have a quick chat. If you're not busy, is that okay? I heard that everyone else was out.
Yes, I'm free. Absolutely. Please take a seat. What's happened? Why have you escorted Jaina here?
Oh well, we just thought. Well, we have business we'd like to talk in private with you about, but also Jaina has. Well, I'll let Jaina explain. Do you want to explain, Jaina?
Right. I got in a fight with another student. He was being a dick, so I clobbered him.
That's the way to do it.
Jin won the fight, though, because Jin used Tasha's hideous laughter.
I see. Right. Well, that's not good at all. Hey, thank you for the follow, Fergru. I'm looking into one of my lights while I'm trying to read that name, and it's blinded me. But thank you for the follow. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Casually
If
flashbang
not,
yourself.
that's how you pronounce it now.
Well, that's Jaina. That's not good news at all. I'm afraid that sort of behavior is definitely not tolerated, and yes, I shall be taking this further.
Right, but I mean, he was. In Jaina's defense, he was being a little bit of an entitled, snotty brat.
And do you believe that acting entitled
No, of
is
course
reasonable
not.
enough to
I'm
cause
not
violence?
No, Jaina definitely should be disciplined for acting out like that.
Yes.
But Jaina's of the belief that she's going to be expelled, right? Is that a possibility?
Well, it is not for me to say exactly. That sort of thing would have to that would have to be run by Grand Enchanter. It's not something that I'm capable of giving final decision on, I'm afraid. But what makes you say that you think that you'll be expelled? I mean, I don't know. It's like the third, fourth, fifth time something that's happened. Oh, well, yes. Yes, well, in that case, maybe we must speak to the Grand Enchanter almost immediately then. I would say.
Well, is this Grand Enchanter busy? Everyone who's in charge seems to be out somewhere, doing something.
Yes, well, I mean, this is a school. It's not not a club or some sort of adventuring party where people can just wander off and do their own thing and then come back and act like nothing's happened.
Exactly. That's why they should be here. Teaching, running a school, not off adventuring, and coming and going as they please. I agree with you.
Where do you think the other masters are now? In the school, teaching.
Are they? Oh, okay.
Yes.
All of the smoke and mirrors, I thought it was going to be, off doing something secret.
Why would...
Well, Nick, Jin thinks that maybe you have a thing against mages because you've been a bit of a dick to all of them.
No, I'm not at all.
Yes, well, it's still serious business either way, and I think that young Jaina should present herself before the Grand Enchanter and make to see what he says about this.
Right. Yes. Well.
Is there a way we can arrange that?
Yes, I suppose. Yes. Yes. Let's see them. See them now.
All right.
Sounds like a plan. Would you like to lead the way?
Of course. I will lead the way. And he stands up out of his chair, and then walks into the center of the room. He goes, right. And he conjures up this floating portal. Says, in we go then. And
okay.
He steps through.
All right.
This guy is such a pansy. Why is he so...
He's being very, very... See, this is what I mean. All the...
Quick, we got to go.
Quite telling us what's going on.
He pokes his head back through. I can hear you still, Imagine this like a door. I'm in the other room and you're talking. I can hear you.
Well, okay, we're coming.
You're
then.
really sketchy seeming though. Jen is sorry. It's just like...
A little bit of privacy.
Why are you so stressed?
Well, I'm a very busy man, and if I had more time to be worried, I would take offense to that. Now, are you coming or not?
Move, but Jin is coming.
Slinks his head back through.
Zan, what do you think? She's going to
Jin
lower her
follows.
voice now that she knows that he can hear her. Zan, are you feeling as uncomfortable about all of this as I am?
What? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Definitely.
Sorry. GM Workshop is rating us with a party of 19.
Right.
Thank you, GM Workshop. Appreciate that. Welcome.
Hey!
Who said you could rate us? No, I'm kidding.
How dare they?
Take it back.
Thank you so much. It's amazing.
Hey!
Yes. Sorry, Zan, you were saying?
I was just saying, I'm totally 100% following what's going on. And I definitely didn't just
Well, this house master is being very sketchy and uncomfortable, and the minute he was being all big and like, oh, I'm big and important, and now he's like being all worried about talking to the Grand Master. You know what I mean?
Do you want me to fuck him up? I can get my sword out, you know?
Maybe not the sword, but just keep an eye out.
Hey, Zane. Wildy. Come on. Jaina. You're this.
All right,
Let's go.
I'll keep
You're just
an
gonna
eye
like
out.
slowly slide back into the portal.
Yeah, if anything shady happens, you know, I'll make it happen. Don't
Alright.
worry.
Just be careful is all I'm saying. That's why I don't trust mages, is because they don't say things to you straight.
Can you it?
All right. So you're stepping through the portal now. Is that right?
Yes. I'll let Zan go first and I'll turn around.
All
get my
right,
shield out.
I'll face tank for you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to turn around and wait a little minute. And then when nothing happens, I'll step backwards into the portal slowly
All right.
with my shield out like this.
Okay. All right.
Just always on guard.
Always, forever expecting the worst. I don't know where you'd get that from. And just in that short amount of time, just a quick shout out. Thank you, CJack DC for the follow. Thank you, GM Workshop for the follow, and thank you, Verident for the follow.
Oh,
Hey.
Really appreciate that.
Thank you.
And thanks so much, GM Workshop, for the message in the chat there. I hope you have a great work day over there in North America, and thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate that. Yeah,
Yes.
awesome. Thank you.
Have a good day at work.
Yeah.
Happy Friday.
Have fun.
All right, so you step through the portal, and as you, the last one to go through, Quill, sort of hiding behind your shield as you go through, you're all standing at a much larger landing now. There is none of this storm, this interference, this strange energy that you were seeing before. You're standing on a very opulent, nice red carpet on a stone floor. You do feel a little bit off-center. So you're not standing completely flat with gravity. You kind of feel like you're on a bit of a lean. And there are two just gorgeous stone staircases that lead up to an upper landing and a very ornate-looking red door that is up on the landing.
What does the air taste and smell like?
God damn it.
Roll a perception check for me.
This is going to be the entire tower trip. Does
That
it
was an
taste-
8 plus 6, which is 14, which is below my passive, which is 16. But yeah.
All right. Okay, so we'll take 16 then. So 16, like wild forest berries. Very lovely smell / taste in the air. And not in a weird way like someone's just sprayed deodorant and it's that weird like bubblegum or raspberry flavored
That one
Like
burns your
scented
brain.
Like a high school, like you've just been near a high school boy who's just freshly done that at his locker and you can feel the stench cloud walk along with him.
Yeah, not quite that. But like actual, it smells really nice, fresh, kind of like almost like, I don't know, maybe ice cream or something. It's actually really pleasant in here.
She does not know what is causing that smell, that taste. Tastes good.
It does. A little bit
Hey.
like home, which is
I don't
nice.
taste Jin's air.
What do you mean? It's everybody's air.
Jin's the one leaking it.
Yeah, you can lick that air. I'll lick this air. How's that sound?
No!
Where's everybody else? Where's Bradley?
So right in front of you is
hello.
Master Bradley. Right. Well, if you'd like to head up the
Definitely
stairs,
magic lair.
that's where we'll find the Grand Enchanter.
Right. And you're best friends with him, are you?
Who uses the term best friends?
I do.
Right. He is a close workplace associate. Yes.
And you like him? You're friends with him. You cooperate?
Well, he's certainly not my enemy.
Right, you wouldn't want that, would you?
No?
Hmm.
He just
Can I-
starts walking up the stairs.
Essentially, I want to get a read on this guy as to why he's so like. Can I do an insight check to try and figure out why
Yes, you may do an insight check. Now remember, if you roll lower than your passive insight,
Mm-hmm.
use your passive insight instead as the
Okay.
roll.
Okay, well, my passive insights.
Can I assist in some way, considering like Quill told me to keep an eye out as well?
I'll let you do your own. You can do an insight check as well if you'd like. It won't assist Quill. It'd be two separate checks though.
Okay.
Your insight might be better than mine anyway.
I doubt that 100%. Wisdom? Really?
Yeah. Mine's
I was
not
there.
great.
I watched that happen, Kel.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah, that's a 6.
Oh, okay.
6.
All right. Well, mine's a little bit better than that.
All right. Well, Kel, your passive insight would be 11, wouldn't it?
That's the same as mine. So
Where does it say that? Oh yeah, it is 11.
11, so
how
it'd
it
be
works.
11. Yeah. So
Yeah.
11 for Zan and 11 for Quill.
yeah, because I got a 1.
This guy just seems like a dick.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Definitely dickish.
Mm.
There's
Yeah.
dickish aura about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
for sure.
he's just worried about something, and instead of giving us a heads up, he's just leading us right into possible danger. I don't-
Master
do
Bradley,
not-
more like Master Prick. Got him.
So he starts walking up the stairs.
All right.
Yeah. And he's are you all following? Jano's sort of like following
Following him.
like a student in trouble would.
Yeah.
Just following along, still licking at the air and just being like,
Okay. Cool.
It's like a snake.
So you get up to the landing and get to the red door, and there is this large, ornate-looking dragon's head, like door knocker. And
It's a bit rude.
Master Bradley just, and it sounds like it sounds like it's echoing in a much larger room than it actually is right now. And you hear a voice from the other side. Yes, come in.
God.
And Bradley pushes open the large red double doors. And this room is a bit strange. It's much darker than Bradley's room was, despite the large open circular window right up the top of the room, descending light onto the top of like a hexagonal shaped staircase that leads up into the center of the room, where there is a platform and a desk on it. Large pile of books next to it, upon which there seems to be a perched bird of some kind. And sitting behind the desk is a very heavily shadowed figure. Looks like a very older gentleman. Man is human. Very furrowed features. Balding, long, curly grey hair. And a beard that hangs almost down to his knees. Wearing very elegant but unwashed purple velveteen robes. And he seems to be sort of like swatting at things that aren't actually nothing that you can see, like as if he was swatting at a fly that's not there. He seems a little bit out of it. Master Bradley says, "I'm sorry to disturb you, Grand Enchanter, but we have a student who I believe needs to be assess for possible expulsion. As he says that, the staircase, like the platform that he was on, like descends slowly until it is flush with the ground as you are, and these two braziers of green flame light up behind this man. And he stands up and says, "Ah! I see! Well, very important matters indeed. You all best take a seat." He snaps his fingers, and the perfect amount of chairs to fit each of you appear in front of his desk. "Sit or stand, it's no bother to me."
Jin has blisters on foot.
Ah!
Okay.
I have blisters in many places.
I did not need to know that.
Jin's just gonna go, like, sit in front of him, just be like maybe just scooch the chair a bit closer, just be like, "Hello,
Zan's
his name
gonna
is Jin."
do the sit where you like swing the chair around backwards and like sit on it, like like the cool kid in high school sit.
Yeah. Lean backwards a bit so it's leaning on two
So
feet.
you found yourself in trouble at a magic school.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Question.
Yeah.
You're gonna hate me for this, but this is gonna be a consistent theme while in this tower and while I'm trying to suss it out. Before and after the braziers were lit, room. How's it smell and taste? Yeah.
Before the braziers, still had that like kind of berry scent in the room. After the braziers, turned more citrus.
Ah.
Oh, we were going to say sulfur.
Is it grapefruit?
I didn't see one.
No. The air, how it tastes.
He sort of like licks his lips like.
A little bit closer to the camera, please.
Oh, God. You requested that, Rosie. I remember that.
I did.
You're welcome.
Somebody needs to clip that. Quick, clip it.
Yeah. Ugh. Anyway. No, don't think that's grapefruit. Odd, though. A bit more tropical than I thought it would be.
Nice.
And as you're sitting down in front of the desk now, you can see that this strange-looking red toucan that's sitting on top of these books, sort of like adjusts itself and settles in, and just kind of like looks and stares and sizes up each of you that are sitting down. Master Bradley has chosen to stand, standing like hands behind his back, very formal and official looking, closer to the door than the rest of you are. Right.
Quill's gonna stand so she can keep an eye on Bradley, but stand behind Jaina to kind of let her know that she's still there as well. Give her moral support.
Jin's going to adjust Cuddles as well while that's going on and just like search around for like some of the food.
Make a note that I'm keeping an eye on Bradley. Still don't trust him.
All right. Okay.
Hey,
Right.
Mr. Grand Enchanter.
Ah, yes.
Jin has like 2 apple cinnamon. Was it apple cinnamon? I think it was apple cinnamon. I'm saying it's apple cinnamon. Fuck you. Apple
muffin
cinnamon muffins, cupcakes. Jin does not remember what these are called. Jin does not care. Do you want one?
Well, apple cinnamon is not exactly my favorite, but I will have it all the same.
Okay.
He reaches out, and you can see that this guy is old. Like, when he reaches out his hand, you can see that the skin is basically sticking to bone. He is a very old man. You've probably never seen a human this old in your entire life. He reaches out his hand to take the muffin from you.
Jin's just gonna give it and grab the other muffin and eat that as well. And be like, muffins.
Where did I put that wand? He starts searching through his drawers, and he pulls out this very, very old, dusty, kind of looks like driftwood-looking wand, and then just prestidigitation.
Are you sure? Are you sure this guy's alive? Like, it looks like the things I fucking hunt.
What's your favorite kind of mushroom?
Butterscotch.
Good choice.
My wand of flavor.
Ah.
Now,
That would be handy.
wipes his
For my cooking.
greasy muffin fingers on his robe. Now, how can I help you today? Jaina, was it? You're in trouble.
Jaina fucked up.
Jaina kind of like reluctantly goes through the whole, like, her 10-second abridged version of what happened.
Again, at the end, interrupts and is just like, Tasha City's left the wins.
Good spell. Yeah.
It's a great spell.
I met Tasha once at a book signing, I believe.
Jin has met many people who claimed to be Tasha, but Jin is like 99% sure not Tasha.
Well, Tasha is a very common name around here.
That
A
is
lot
true.
of the young witches want to be like her, and with good reason. Tasha is a very powerful adversary to have. Where did I put that file on Jaina? Shoot! And he shoos off the red toucan and like flies in the air for a moment. And he grabs up the top book and puts it down in front of him, and the toucan lands back on the book pile.
Poor thing.
Right.
It's just relaxing.
Jaina, yes. Yes, I can see this is your 17th incident like this.
17th!
Jaina looks a bit confused as to, like, what? Even she's a bit confused as to why that number's so high. Wait a minute. No, sorry. Silly me had the book up the wrong way around. 6. This is your 6th incident of this. So, yeah, it is. Right. Well, I guess the real question is, just how much of a knob was this student being?
You know the size of the big ass statue that is like keeping the tower from falling over? Both in height and width is the size of the pole up this guy's ass. To be fair, Jin will admit, watching him be clobbered was fucking hilarious. Do you want to see the look on the man's face? Jin will show you. Jin's gonna like just kind of like fuzz with the hair and stuff like that, and like bring that kid's face and try and like really recreate the moment of when he got clobbered, and it's just his jaw going and everything like that.
Dislocated jaw.
So 2 things I need to ask you here. One, this is your changeling power that you're using to do this, okay?
Correct.
Secondly, roll a performance check.
I'm not terrible at performance. Please, come on. That 19.
19.
Yep, 16 plus 3.
Okay. Those of the Quill and Zan who were there and witnessed the event, it's kind of like, yeah, it's pretty impressive. That's basically exactly how it happened. And he sort of becomes very, very serious as you do this and says, impressive.
Not really.
Very impressive.
Not really.
Yes. I meant the Clobber.
Oh, yeah.
Clobber, very impressive.
That was...
Strong arm, Jaina. Strong arm.
Jin can't actually, like, dislocate the jaw, but, like, you get the point. There were a few teeth on the floor.
Yes. And I have to say, it's been a while since I've met a new changeling.
Yeah, we're pretty hidden most of the time.
Are you from here? Like that half elf? Well, I say half elf. Like the waitress in the city. I sometimes pop in there to grab a brew. Are you from,
Jin fucking knew it. Jin called her out on it and she refused to say anything about it. No,
So-
Jin is not from here. Jin is from across the sea, and then in the whole other country. It's fuck. Jin sort of misses it, but at the same time, it was kind of a pile of shit.
Yes, well, I guess that's most places.
Very true.
Especially places you're from. But I can
Very
assure
true.
you that spending time here on the continent, you'll come to find that this is very much a place full of conflict, turmoil. Horrible place, really, when you think about
Jin
it.
has been doing some research about the history of this place, like just general stuff and everything like that. Wow. Just wow. Like,
Yeah.
how the fuck are you all still going?
Yes, yeah, I know. It's really... Go away!
Yeah, go away.
You saw it too?
Jin sees a lot of things at times.
I knew it! Jaina, Quill, and Zan didn't see anything
No.
Did Jin see
at
anything?
all. No, Jin didn't see it. No. None of you saw anything as to what he was referring to. Brad, you hear like a big sigh from Bradley in the background.
Oh yeah, we should probably get back to this shit.
Right, well, anyway, enough about the history of this place and your heritage. That's fine. Now, serious business.
Very serious business.
How many of those muffins were left? When I go to get the muffins from the dining hall, there's never muffins left. Only some very dry, very crispy bacon.
There was also like some really stale donuts there. Jin saw some blueberry ones. Jin thinks there was maybe 3 of them at the time Jin was there, which was maybe like 20 to 30 minutes ago at most.
You see, he's very intently taking notes as you're talking as well.
And then there were just the 2 of the apple and the cinnamon ones. Jin did not see any butterscotch though.
I see.
There were breadsticks. Jin has like
Yeah,
5 left.
Breadsticks. Yeah.
Yes, but
I
breadsticks
just
are
eat
good
a
for being
stick.
able. Yes, but you can dip it in like soups and things like that.
Yeah. Soup. Ugh. Trying to
Have you
get me
not
to
had
eat
a good
more.
minestrone?
I've had good soup. I just had sick of it. Everyone keeps saying, "Oh, it's so good for you. It's easy on your teeth and all that stuff." But yuck.
All this
Well-
conversation's going on. Can Quill be slinking back towards Bradley
Yeah,
to
yeah.
be at
absolutely.
his level?
Yeah.
To be fair, Jin has chipped a tooth, and it sucks. And like, Jin can appreciate that.
So, Quill, as you move back over towards Bradley, he kind of gets a little bit a bit confused, a bit standoffish, like, what are you doing? He doesn't say anything out loud, but it conveys that very clearly with his face.
Yeah. And he grins, like, shows all of her sharp dragon teeth. She's like, yeah, how's it going? And walking over.
He just kind of rolls his eyes and looks back over into the direction of the Grand Enchanter. Right. Who are you again? It looks over towards Jaina. Ah, yes, Jaina. Right. Now, regarding your expulsion. You're not expelled. Because, for one thing, it sounds like that this student was being a right cock. And secondly,
Jin's just nodding sagely this entire time.
there was a second thing I was going to say, and I've seemed to have forgotten it now. I'm sure it'll come back to me at some stage. Burnbraid! That's right, Burnbraid! Didn't I hear something about you wanting to head into the old waypoint, the old highways towards Ornantol? She nods. Yeah, that's right. Well, we were actually coming here to get permission as well. 100%. We need to get permission to go in there. Well, for me to go in there because I'm not expelled, which is I mean that's fine. But yeah, I wanted to get permission so we can go in there.
Jin also wants to become a student, so Jin doesn't know if Jin needs permission or not.
Right. So you were all seeking to go into Ornamental.
We want to investigate because we spoke to Jaina and she was very insistent that we go with her because we've already kind of said that we want to. But on top of that, we came across a waypoint in Bleak Wallow, and maybe something kind of similar, like the start of the mine to one in Red Water. Maybe we don't know because that is a story in and of itself. Do not ask about that one. Jin will go on for hours. Now, so we went to the Bleak Wallow. And then we helped them because their mine was haunted, but it wasn't really haunted. There was a waypoint station place down there, and a dwarf guy that was heavily mutated and big fucky wucky, who tried to kill us, by the way, fucked him up with Tasha's hideous laughter. Such a good spell! And yeah, so we wanted to investigate more about that and find out if that's connected, because it was connected to a guy who was an asshole who...
So, you three strangers want to take a student from my school under your own protection down into the depths of what might be one of the most dangerous places on Cortera? Am I hearing that right?
Technically, no. She wants us to take her under our protection and go with us to go down there. That's what she wants. We just want to go down there ourselves, regardless of whether it is with her or not. It just becomes useful because, well, she probably has studies and shit. Not to be racist or anything, but Jin is assuming that you have done your research regarding your old people's homes, because you're so interested in going down there. And then she was very aggressive about us going with her.
I see. Well, I don't see a problem with that. That's fine. You may go down.
Okay. Do we need a pass or anything to tell any guardians, hey, yes, no, we have permission?
Oh, yes. He pulls out a random page from a book that the red toucan is sitting on. He's like, there we go. That's exactly what I needed. And then, big magical stamp seal, and slides it across. That'll let you pass any guards or anything you might run into. Bradley, at this point, speaks up and says, Grand Enchanter, you can't be serious. What? I don't see the issue. They're all going down there with a shared purpose. These three seem very capable. Yes, but sir, I mean, the idea of taking a student down there, all by themselves, I can see what you're doing, dragon.
What? There was something in my mouth. Jin's hairs,
How would you have hair in your mouth? You have literally no hair.
It was probably one of yours or one of Jin's.
It's probably one of Jin's. Jin loves hair.
Besides whoever's hair it was in whoever's mouth, if that was even a thing that was happening, it's not the point. The point is, you can't let these strangers take a student down into Ornamental. Well, actually, Master Bradley, I can. I'm the Grand Enchanter, and I can do whatever I please. Well, I must protest. And if I have to get the other masters involved, I will. But I simply cannot allow a student to go unattended with strangers. I am a very busy man, but I will go down with them. There needs to be someone official from the school to make sure that nothing happens to a student.
Yes, I do see your point there, Bradley. You do make a lot of sense some of the time. Fine. You three and Jaina may go into Ornantal or the entrance to seek whatever it is you wish under the accompaniment of Master Bradley.
We have a possible fourth member of the group who is currently not with us. Her name is Ariel. She's very, very beautiful. She's also a tiefling. She is magically inclined. Jin does not know if she wants to actually become part of the school. Jin thinks not, but is that okay as well?
If she wishes to go and she's a member of your group, then that is fine. No problem at all. The main barrier is that if you are taking Jaina, you must also take Master Bradley.
Okay.
But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you are the three strangers who've also come into the school recently and requested your own audience with me. Is that correct?
Yes, privately, if that's okay. And she kind of looks over at Bradley when she says privately.
That is fine. That is fine. Bradley, go prepare whatever you need to, and Jaina, go do your preparations as well, and I will expect you to be ready whenever the adventurers are ready to go down into the depths of the Underriver.
Bradley nods. Very well, sir. Whatever you say. Come, Jaina. I'll escort you back to your tower. And they both exit from the room. And the doors shut behind them. And then they seal with an arcane lock. And then three of you are sitting across from old Grand Enchanter.
Nice.
Jin likes you. You're cool.
I am cool.
You're cool because you say you're cool. Jin likes this guy. He's so cool.
Radical. Now, what was it that you wished to speak to me about?
There are lots of things.
Quill's gonna walk over from the door after she hears it lock, and she's gonna nod satisfactory, yeah, right. It's gonna be like, now no one's able to magically listen to us because this is some pretty serious stuff.
Jin has a fucking list.
Well, I suppose it's possible.
As she's saying that, she's gonna remove the sword from her back. Rather quickly. Kind of looking around the room, making sure no one's... Well, not that she knows what scrying looks like.
If you want to fight, I'm pretty sure I can beat you.
She's gonna walk over with this kind of smirk on her face, oh yeah, thinking about it. And she's gonna deliberately, the hand that has Barnabas's ring on it, she's gonna make sure that the symbol's facing forward so the enchanter can see it. And then as she's holding out the sword, she's gonna angle her wrist, so trying to show him the symbol on the ring to see if he notices it as she's holding out the sword.
All right. So, the expression that's been on his face suddenly drops.
This is what we've
And where did you
talked
get
to you about
that?
Do you happen to know about the guy with the stag hat?
Guy with a stag hat, you say?
Yes.
Not in particular.
Remember how Jin said something about Redwater? Jin will shorten it down. We went to Redwater. We saw a party. A man stabbed one of the village leaders, killing her.
Actually.
Well, a child of the village leader, yes, but effectively the village leader to be. Then proceeded to run away. He had a stag skull on his head and like glowing eyes. He went into a dwarven mine. We chased after him. There were face spiders. We killed them, but then were teleported away to Bleakwallow, effectively. That's how we got there. We ended up coming here from Bleakwallow after dealing with all of that shit. And part way, there was a big storm, but it sounded like people were talking. We saw Barnabas while we were at the Bleakwallow.
As you say Barnabas, his eyes go, like you can see the whites of his eyes for the first time.
We met him at the hot springs. He was cool and stuff. Well, Quildick was kind of sus of him and did not really know what his deal was and was trying to figure it out. But, well, the long and short of things is this fight, the storm between Staghead guy and Barnabas.
We couldn't save him.
No, he used the rod.
What do you mean you could not save him?
He used the rot on Barnabas. We didn't know what it was. When we got to him, it was pretty much too late. He just said the Enclave has been betrayed. We did what we could for him, but we didn't know what we were dealing with. And there was no way to heal him in time.
Trust me, we tried. But
We
you know,
did.
that nasty rot was...
We didn't even know what the rot was until, well, all that shit happened.
We can tell you where he's buried. Or... Yeah, we gave him a funeral.
We gave him a funeral.
And you robbed his corpse.
We brought it with us because we had a feeling that going here and saying, hey, do you know who Barnabas is? Would not be taken at face value. Hey,
He reaches
random
into...
asshole on the corner of the street. Do you know who the Enclave is? They have been betrayed. Do you know them? Are you betraying them? You realize it is kind of...
reaches into the drawer in his desk and pulls out a ring and puts it on the table in front of him. And it matches Barnabas's.
Is that the symbol of the Enclave?
That is the symbol of the occult enclave.
The occult Enclave.
Or cult? Or a cult?
Occult enclave.
Right.
It's a fucking difference.
Barnabas was a friend of mine.
He did
I'm
seem...
sorry for the act of old bumbling wizard that you saw. A performance of mine. People don't expect you to be involved in such things if they think you are someone who's going mad.
Hey, Gina does that too.
I mean, it's
Gina
effective.
really thinks this guy is cool.
It's effective when required.
It's effective all the time. People seem to put their guard down quite a lot when a psychopath is just being crazy in the corner.
Before I say more, I must be sure of something. And then, as he stands and holds out his hand and grips something that's not there. And as he grips it, a staff appears in his hand. Probably the most intricate, ornate, rune-powered staff that you have ever seen before. And he slams it into the ground. And I need you all to roll a... Oh, wait, no, hold on, never mind. He rolls against you.
Nice. Fight us, IRL.
All right. I'm going to say for flavor purposes. So, Quill, as you're holding out your sword, it appears to start to rust and
Aw.
kind of grows this weird like fungus and sort of rotting stuff along the blade. Jin, you are reverted into your true form. And
My hair.
I've got hair and everything. That's not the problem. It's just that like everything feels weird. I get the feeling it feels like static across the
Thought
whole
you were
body.
bald.
and and Zan, you don't have any canine tendencies.
Okay.
Do I get any like magical vibes about what the fucky wucky's going on at all?
He just cast a very, very powerful dispel magic.
Right.
Did that include my belt and stuff as well?
Yeah.
Something incredibly.
Basically, any
I'm just like floating around like,
any magical it hurts. Any magical effect, item, spell, anything like that has been temporarily muted. And then as he lifts his staff back off the ground, all power returns and everything returns back to the way it was.
Jin hates it when you do that. It feels like bugs in the skin.
Right.
God.
Good.
I don't want to feel that pathetically weak ever again.
I don't know. I kind of like the mushroom
Jin's
look.
teeth normal looking.
Yes, they're as yellow as ever.
Are my teeth sharp again?
His teeth had never been yellow.
And your
Now,
teeth are just
I
as
must
pointy.
say something else before I continue this conversation with you. I need to be assured that any information that I share about you, about my identity and who exactly I truly am, must be protected. So, if you wish to leave the room now, I will allow you to do so. But if you wish to stay and have a conversation with me, I will need to put an enchantment on each of you.
Jin will do a blood pact. Jin doesn't care. Let's do this.
Jin's badass.
The enchantment will prevent you from saying anything about what you truly know about my existence. It will sound like babbling poppycock to anyone who doesn't already know and understand what and who I truly am.
Are you a dragon like Calcistos?
Do I look like a dragon?
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
dragons
God,
don't
Jin, you
necessarily
can't just
look
ask
like
someone why
dragons.
they're a
Though. They can do
dragon.
the whole weird like thing like changelings. It's kind of cool. Anyway, come on. You did the thing. Jin is ready. Let's go.
Okay.
This works well, actually. Yes. I agree with this.
The other Quill, and
Yes.
was it Zan? Are you comfortable with this as well?
I don't listen half the time anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference if I'm here or there.
Right.
Even
Well,
if Zan wanted to, she'd get it wrong. So
in that case, again, he mutters an incantation and this time points his staff towards each of you, and this cone of purple energy erupts. So as he said, the enchantment, he hasn't said how long it lasts for, but basically, if you try to speak to someone who doesn't know the information that you're relaying, even if you're in public or talking at a tavern or anything like that, what you're saying just sounds like gibberish if you're talking about his true identity. So you can converse with each other because you all know. You all will know potential information about him, but to anyone else that doesn't know that information, it just sounds like
Boppity boopity.
Bobbity boopity. Bappada boopy?
this works very well for a test as well.
Jin wants to learn how to do this because Jin would like love to be able just to do this shit to people, like make it so they can't talk about basic things. I'm praying.
Like bacon.
You have me at your disposal, so Yes, the occult enclave does exist. No, not very many people know about it. But we are a very powerful group of individuals who have interest over what happens in the land. We are located primarily in southern Cortera, but we also have some agents in other areas. The main thing is that we work towards the greater good.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Now, Barnabas, who was a dear friend, if he has truly perished like I had thought, and you say that someone has betrayed the Enclave, it means that someone from within our ranks has committed a great sin.
Do you have anybody who's a necromancer in that group, perhaps? Knows necromancy?
We are all varying masters of magic. Some of us are skilled in the arts of necromancy, myself included. But we come from a range of backgrounds.
Any of them speak Elven? Have a preference towards it?
That was my question.
Are Elven?
You can give us a list of members.
Not really. He's probably the best person to look into it, to be completely honest.
I know, but saves us from testing everyone.
No.
Yes, but it's not our responsibility to. It's kind of, I think, not to speak for you, Mr. Grand Enchanter, but like, I'm assuming Jin is assuming that you would want to be doing the investigation. Jin is happy to help. But yes.
No, we don't have any elves anymore.
Anymore?
Well,
because remember, with magic, death is kind of like an inconvenience at a certain point, more than anything else.
I meant more along the lines of we did have a few from the Xiong Empire, the Elven Empire, or the Elven part of the Empire, I should say. We had some of them, and we've had Elven apprentices before the Purge. But no current Elven members.
He doesn't know. Barnabas, of course, said that there's been a traitor in the group. And then Jin didn't say this, but last night we met the Stagmanes again. Zan found him outside the library where Quill and I were studying, and he sent one. When we were at Redwater, he sent a big ice yeti at us. He did it again, but it was more powerful this time in the library. We dealt with it, and then Zan tried to deal with him, but he kind of the rest.
I was drunk. It's the only reason he got the upper hand.
You're still drunk.
No, I'm not. I'm hungover. There's a difference.
Means I was drunk yesterday.
No, means I was drunk yesterday.
But yes, he was here.
He was here in the school.
Yes. We kind of wanted to get to him, but he had moved to a very big distance away that Jin had no way of attacking him as such. So Jin just kind of flipped him off with a silent image instead, because that was, go for the moral.
And what was the size of this man? And the Deer Skull Mask.
Well, he could fit in the mine shaft, so
Zan, you probably have the best idea. Can you remember how tall?
hang on, Jin, we'll try.
No, I remember how tall he was.
I mean, he was a bit taller than you.
So just an average height then, more or less.
Yeah, average
He
height,
was-
average build.
He was just a dude. He didn't look special or particularly...
Wait, you grabbed him. What did he feel like? Remember? You said he felt
Yeah.
like a dude.
He just felt incredibly normal. Nothing stuck out. It was-
Very good
Interesting.
description, Zan, as normal.
Now,
yeah.
I need you to be very specific here. You said that there was a murder in Redwater.
Yes,
by
her
this
name
man.
was Constance.
Yes.
Constance. Yes,
And I can't stress this enough,
I
a
know
child.
her. Yes. Tell me, was there anything strange about the way he killed her?
Well, brutally in front of hundreds of people with a knife.
Yes, but I mean...
After a performance. She was singing at a festival.
Yes. The wrong details. Was there anything strange about what happened to him, her, any strange energies, any strange happenstance, anything that might not have been able to be explained?
He teleported not long afterwards, and one thing we did notice was he did have glowing eyes. Like you could see the glow out of this hat. We weren't able to stay around very much for Constance because he zipped away so quickly, but it was strange looking, and she seemed to pretty much be dead instantly. Like,
But why? Why her? Why then? What?
She was a lizard folk. I don't know if that means something.
Jin has a theory. Jin is hoping the theory is wrong, and this is why Jin asked specifically Elven. He spoke to Queldic in her head in Elven, which Queldic speaks, and Jin speaks, but Jin didn't hear it. Now, he said don't interfere any further. He's using the rot. Now, historically speaking, the rot was used on, well, the non-humans, the humanoids that are not humans, because they were not doing what the Storvern wanted. The elves disappeared.
Yes.
Jin feels like maybe it's some elven dude trying to use the rot against the Storvern and anybody else who sided with the Storvern, even if it was for their own safety.
It would make
Thank you for coming to Jin's talk.
It would make sense, but there must be something. There must be something about why her specifically, and if it was a political attack of some kind or something, then why flee into the swamp? Why? Something's not adding up. If there's no more information you have about how the death happened, then I have to assume that this is part of something bigger. And
Jin thinks that too.
if what you're saying is right, that there is this person is trying to find a way to harness this weapon, the rot, in a magical form. There must be some sort of ritual or some kind of something with some purpose. But I do not have the answer.
Jin tried to study what Jin could of Barnabas's affliction. Jin has limited understanding of it and really learned more through books about what the rot does and is and everything like that. But what Jin could understand, though, is it was necromancy combined with the rot. It wasn't just the one thing. It was a combination of things to try and make it that. That was primarily
So
the cause there.
we're talking about some sort of evil magic that has been spliced with necromancy and disease together.
Seems like.
Which means we're talking about a great power, maybe something ancient.
Jin did leave this out more for trying to be sensitive to you, but given the circumstances, Jin is just going to be honest. Jin is sorry, but Jin knew that we would have to maybe bring some form of sample of the problem. So Jin collected some of the strange tar-like substance, and we also performed a large autopsy. We managed to get his liver and his heart. Those are being kept safe with the house rector Morgan.
I see. I understand. Grim business doing that, but I understand and respect the purpose you had behind it.
Jin didn't want to do it, but given that Jin didn't know what we were dealing with yet, or it was to deal with that guy as well. We had to know.
Well,
like you said, greater good. Really?
True, very true.
Maybe this individual, whoever's doing this, is trying to, if your theory is correct, weaponize this disease back against the Storven. Maybe they're seeing this as the greater good.
That's what Jin thinks. If, you're pissed off that your land has been taken from you and that your people have been driven to, like the ends of the earth or a completely different dimension because they're not allowed to be here anymore for fear of being killed off. He probably sees that as a good thing and sees that as justified.
Yeah. I think that we need to get some more perspective as to why or what sort of happenings could be going on here. As I said, the public execution, but the immediate escape. Surely one would do something so brutal, so in the limelight, they would want to be recognized. But the fact that they killed one, ran, and by the sounds of things haven't killed again except for Barnabas.
And then left immediately.
I don't think... Well, I certainly don't have the answers, and I know that my library won't either. But there is a place I know that you might be able to get the answers. Right. So I think it's a bit of fate that you have come here to see me. And to request what you have today. The place I know of is Ornantal. There was once a great library there, filled with ancient
magics. On top of that, he's running towards dwarven ruins, like the mine shafts. Jin thinks that has to be like the closest way down into the waypoints.
There must be something. Yes, I agree. Well, take Master Bradley. Take Jaina with you. She may be young, but she is a very talented fighter.
We've seen.
Yes.
Passionate as well, which I can appreciate.
Yes.
Passionate isn't a good enough word for it sometimes.
Is Bradley really the best one, though?
Bradley is...
He was terrified of you.
Bradley...
You mentioned that we had to go see him.
Bradley is an arsehat, I will say that. But he is still skilled at what he can do. And besides, with exams coming up and that sort of thing, most of the masters are quite busy. Bradley should be busy as well, but if he's volunteering his time to go down there, I see it as the only option you might have.
Is that out of respect for the school, or is that out of mistrust for us, do you reckon?
Both.
Maybe a combination of both, yes.
And does he know about the Enclave?
No.
Or should we keep that part secret?
No. Well, you'll have to keep it secret.
Oh, yes, that goes without saying, of course. But what I'm saying is we don't have to test him. He's not a betrayer, is what I'm trying to rule out.
No. The Enclave, there might be whispers, rumors in the world that we exist, but in actual fact, the only people that know that we truly do exist are us and our greatest enemies.
Right. Bradley's just a very stressed out school teacher.
Yes, he's harmless, like I said.
Skittish bastard.
Yes. And although he does come from the illusionary and enchantment school, he should still prove quite useful if you find yourself in a sticky situation. What I will say, though, is that Ornantal has long since fallen, and who knows what you're walking into. If you see something that seems too otherworldly, too outside of something that you can handle, hide. Run and hide. There is no point throwing your life away in a fight. However, the knowledge kept in that library, the library of Daphne, the goddess of fate and time, the knowledge held in there is insurmountably important. So protect yourselves, protect Jaina.
Right, yes, of course.
But please do your best to get that information.
Do you have any get out of jail free cards that we can take down there with us?
Not exactly, I'm afraid.
Any little things that we can use to, teleport us to safety if things do get a little bit too sticky for our comfort?
Nothing that I can spare, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Maybe I'll ask around.
Well, besides, questions might start being asked if I started giving away powerful magical artifacts to strangers.
True, right.
Anyhow, these conversations, although will magically be kept secret, please understand that in the presence of others, I will be my mad self, as you saw my act before. I cannot risk any of this information getting out.
Oh, makes sense.
Especially if we are to believe the Enclave has been betrayed.
No, of course. Like we said, we're performers in our own way. We can respect the art.
Well, I think that I've said about all I can. I will do some investigation from my side and see if there is anything else that I can dig up.
Jin has a couple other questions, one of which is a personal one. So if the others want to get their questions over and done with, Jin would like to maybe stay and
Oh, yeah. That's
borrow
all right.
a little bit of your time.
Well, I was just going to ask about the sword as well, because it's not mine. I just found it in the snow and
Yes.
borrowing it. And as soon as I find out who it belongs to, which nobody seems to know, I'll give it back.
It does look like a very powerful artifact. I would maybe look in the library in Ornantal as well. You might find some answers.
For the owner of the sword.
Yes.
What in a book?
It's not
Well,
an
it is a goddess of fate and time. It could be fate.
It's not an artifact that I've seen before. it does look very, if a little currently underwhelming, it does look like it has a lot of potential.
I keep thinking it belongs to a nice stone golem that lives out in the snow that very kindly helped us at the beginning of our travels, but Terry seems to have a bit of amnesia, so he was convinced that it wasn't his.
Right. I see. Well, yes, I mean, if you'd like me to leave it here for me to study, I'm more than happy to do that for you, but looking at it, I can't tell you much.
That's all right. I'll hold on to it. Maybe I'll do as you said. I'll go down to the library and I'll see if I can find a book on swords.
Okay. Sure. And, Zan, do you have any questions at all for me?
Just point me in the direction of the things you want me to kill, and I'll, make it happen.
All right.
That's all I'm here for.
He summons a little stick into his hand. Fetch!
Okay, that's offensive. All right, I'm not actually a dog. Come on.
Come on, Zan. You know you want to.
She does twitch a little bit. Just not gonna lie. Just a little bit.
Just the ear flicks a little bit. All right. Well,
we'll zap her on her back and then fake about to piss bolt run. Come on, let's go.
Well, Jin, you wanted to talk to me in private, or are you happy for your friends to stay here? Or?
No, we're walking out. Well, Quill's walking out.
All right. All right. Well, let me get the door for you.
The door is locked.
Clicks his fingers. The sigil, the arcane sigil on the side of the door, releases, and the door opens up.
Quill picks
Dan,
up,
you leaving or not?
throws the stick again.
I'll go with Quill.
Come on, Zan!
All right.
Alright, fuck off.
And the door closes behind the two of you as you leave.
Oh, Jin fucking hates speaking in the goddamn third person. It's such a pain. Okay, so Jin has a bunch of questions. Jin was going to ask about becoming a student, but then Jin I am so used to saying in the third person, I can't even stop it anymore. Help me. Okay, I was going to ask about becoming a student, but I've been told I have to wait until I can get into the adept or apprentice, whichever level it was supposed to be, in 2 weeks' time. So I shall wait for that. Another thing. So I brought up earlier the dragon mains. Now, his name is Kelthistoth. He is stuck in a bestow curse, like an ice cube thing. Out in the hinterlands and everything there. He said that he knew Moldius and the Wizards of the House. Yes.
Must be terribly old, then.
Well, he's a silver dragon, but as a dragonborn, we managed to kind of find that out. He's been stuck there since back in the time of the Blight Witch. I can't actually remember her name. I just remember Ravioli.
Okay.
Ravi something like that.
All right.
He remembered effectively when the dwarves were invaded and Orenthal fell. That was the gist of the last thing that he remembered. Do you know anything perhaps about this sort of thing? His name was Kelthistoth.
Nothing. Name doesn't ring a bell. You say he was trapped in ice, did you say?
Yes, a bestow curse that he was on a pole, but the ice surrounded him and kept him stuck in there. He was conscious
and what
and
color
aware.
What color were his scales?
Silver.
Oh, well, it's a point of irony then. Silver dragons breathe frost breath, so I think that this witch was probably trying to be particularly nasty to him. I mean, the most obvious release of such thing would either be a very powerful curse remover, or I'm sure that if it was a witch and she was being tricky, considering he's a silver, metallic dragonborn, encased in ice, then a red, chromatic dragonborn's fiery breath might actually release him.
Would a metallic dragon, also like a fire-breathing metallic dragon, also be okay? Or no, you think?
Maybe, but I would say that if the witch was trying to teach him a lesson or be particularly mean, she would probably choose the cure as the more unlikely scenario.
Not incorrect there. Jin will try and figure something out because Jin did say Jin is doing it again. I hate this choice for third person. It was the worst. Okay, so also the very, very prominent elephant in the entire room here, or the dragon in the cave, whatever you want to call it, the time magic shit that's going on with this tower. However much you were willing to explain, how much has been learned by the wizards here?
How do you mean?
Well, like, is this the sort of information that has been lost to time, ironically enough, in that it cannot be replicated again? Do you have mages in time things that are, teaching and learning things?
Oh, I see what you mean. No, what happened was that statue out there is actually that is Azarath.
So he's just casually a big fuck off statue now?
Well, before the school, the wizards of this school, this was originally their place. It was not an academy. It was just a grounds that they kept and
Studied
and did their things. And again, some would even say maybe even for the greater good. Who knows? But they made a lot of enemies. As I'm sure you can agree that when you become very powerful, power often attracts power. The place was constantly attacked. And the last fight that they had before the school was officially established, the main tower, which held a great many magical secrets and artifacts, was hit by quite a nasty boulder. And as you can probably imagine, that if a lot of strange magical things all collide with each other at one time, it can create a devastating effect. So, Azarath managed to exert all of his energy to create a permanent temporal rift to hold the tower in place. And somehow, I don't know the exact story, but ironically enough, it also petrified him in the process. And that
wonderful
statue that you see out there is actually the remains of Azarath. And
well, that leads on to the next question there. Alright, so that's Azarath. Good to know. Is capitals. Okay, so Jin, I started learning magic a little while back. I was normally the sort of person who would be taking things from people's pockets for fun, all that sort of stuff, more along the sneaky lines of things, and ended up managing to learn a little bit of magic and enjoyed it. it's become something that I'm very interested in, and I want to know more and become more skilled. Especially after what happened to Barnabas. Now it's kind of like, fuck you, Staghead man. I want to fuck up your plans and fuck up anybody else who decides they're going to be a dick shit like that. But we came here. Everything was fine. Just doing some studying and things. Everything was fine. Saw that Yeti, and then there were moments in the fight where things went bad, and Jin didn't want that to happen, and I was like, no, and it happened, but then it didn't happen, and people took steps back, and their hands moved back to a position they were in before that occurred, and then that thing didn't happen. I felt tired when it was happening, like I'd done something, the same way that if you cast a spell and it's something you've put a lot of strength into, and then you've done it and you have to kind of build that back up again to cast the next spell in a moment. It was the same as that. I did it twice.
I see. Perhaps this is pure speculation, but changelings are born of chaos.
Chaos is literally my middle name.
They never have a singular form. They are absorbing information around them naturally, absorbing appearances, absorbing things that exist within the environment that they could later replicate. It all happens subconsciously. Perhaps being exposed to the magic, the temporal rift, has somehow affected you, and you've absorbed some of the energy, the latent energy in the school. As I said, pure speculation.
No one else has said anything like that?
Time manipulation, such as what you've just described, it's very rare. Normally only the most powerful wizards can sometimes hope to have a grasp. And even then, it's not normally a big prominent thing within their repertoire.
So a necromancer might be able to do something where they stop time for a second or something like that, but that's not their common thing. It's kind of their get out of jail free card, as Quill would put it.
Yes, exactly. I mean, time manipulation is transmutation. It is affecting the very gravity of what is happening around us in the most pure form. Most transmuters can change metal into gold. They can perform the most strange of alchemies. But time manipulation is still one of the areas that is very much sought after, don't get me wrong, but it is very rare for someone to have control over.
I can't say that it was control as much as it was kind of more like putting so much will into something, it happened.
Well, all I'll say is be careful down in Underriver. There is a magical current, a flow that echoes through there. Something that creates very strange effects on people that are magic or magically inclined. Sometimes it can make them more powerful, it can weaken them, it can completely nullify magic in some areas, and some circumstances, the absolute wildest things can happen. So, for you and even for Quill and her spells, just be careful down there.
I'll give everybody the warning. It's unfortunate that we're sending quite literally. Well, all of us have some form of magical inclination. Technically, Zan, she does the weird blood shit. I definitely want to learn more about the whole, like, time stuff because it's affecting me. And also because, like, as you said, strange turn of fate, the literal goddess of fate, time and stuff is Daphne, the one down there. And that's where we're going to the library for, so we'll see what that has in store.
All right. Well, good luck. I hope that you can find some answers for our sake, for Quill's sake, for your sake. Hopefully there's something down there that can provide.
Is there anything in particular that you are aware, maybe down there, like a keyword?
This was
Anything you're interested in particular?
Many years before my time. Like I said, it's whatever's happening, it's the only thing that can control something like that, something blending disease and spells, and I just have this sickening feeling in my stomach that it's some sort of ritual or some kind of ancient power that is able to control these things. I don't know.
If you think of anything, or I don't know, if there's something you need or want, I don't really have a way of contacting you from a distance, but you can contact me.
Right. Well, I'll just say look out for anything relating to rituals or ancient beings, ancient powers, and hopefully you'll get some clues from there.
I'm going to be bringing practically empty pack. I'm taking as much shit as I can take out of there. I don't really think I want to go back down there.
It's going to be at least a 2-day travel down there. From what I understand, there used to be quite a quaint little inn halfway down. It should be a fairly straight path, but then again, it has been quite a while, so...
Do you know... Jen apologizes. Do you know whereabouts these currents are, maybe? Is there any, like, instances of people going down there and noting whereabouts these changes happen, or if they happen in, like, spots?
No. They were commonly seen around the Drow in their areas, but with everything that's happened since then, it's hard to say. It is an unpredictable magic wind.
Yes. It does not like unpredictable.
Well, best not keep your friends waiting. I'm sure that they have many, you included, have many preparations to do.
Very much so.
If you would pass a message to one of the rectors or something that of when you're heading down there, please let me know just so I can keep record. But
Again, if you need anything, let me know.
I will. I will hopefully be able to get some answers for you in the meantime, and hopefully you can do the same for me. It was lovely to meet you, Jin, and good luck.
And you. Okay. All right. Back into the third person. Where are these assholes?
All right. So, you head out of the room. Master Bradley's still waiting there. You will portal back down to the ground floor of the tower. Bradley tells you that he will be making preparations and to come and meet with him when you're ready. And that's where we're going to end the session for today.
We're about to do some spelunky.
Haunted bar mitzvah. Spooky, scary. I've had that stuck in my head all week since I've been watching 30 Rock.
Jesus.
Boys becoming men, men becoming wolves. I can hear my wife singing that in the background now.
There's an echo in here.
Yeah. All right.
I've decided that just for the purposes of making sure I don't forget.
Weird magic wind. Yeah.
Nice. That's good notes.
Very, very
I'm
good
surprised.
notes.
I'm surprised that Jin did not make a fart joke when the Grandmaster said.
Nah, that was full serious business. Like the
serious
moment
business,
it was like he revealed that he had the ability to be like completely serious like that, Jin was like, "This man is literally Jin." Jin is vibing with this man constantly.
Vibing at 100. Yeah.
110. Jin ain't vibed this hard in a long ass
110.
time.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everyone for coming along. Thank you to our 3 new followers. Beredent,
Our
GM
2-month again
Workshop,
subscriber.
CJack DC. We also got raided by GM Workshop with a party of 19. Thank you.
Yay.
Oh, sorry. The other new follower we had, Fergru. Thanks for following as well. Thank you, Moosey, for your 2 months of subscription. Appreciate that, Moosey. Love you, Moosey. And Olaps, thank you for your subscription as well. Really, Olaps.
Oh yeah.
Olaps. Yeah. It's really, it really means a lot for all the support. It gives me all the warm fuzzies. I say that every time. I know, but yeah, it's good. It's nice, and thank you. And thank you, Verdon. I'm glad you had a wonderful time, and we cannot wait to produce some more. As this is your first time here, if you would like to catch up on the story so far, you can always pop over to our YouTube channel. We have all the old episodes on there, which are many, many hours long, but if you want to check it out, feel free.
It's there to peruse.
It's there to peruse. We play again in another fortnight. So fortnight on
Fortnite? We're playing Fortnite?
We're playing Fortnite. Totally. I know.
Fortnite channel now.
I know everything about that game. We're a Fortnite channel now. Yep, no more D&D.
Something chug jug.
What's
winner, chicken
dance
dinner?
move?
Wait, that's the wrong game.
Something about brushing your teeth.
The floss.
The flossing. Yeah. I
was trying to make an old person joke.
I'm
but that's
flossing.
all right.
Yeah, I'm having a go.
Look at me, I'm having a go.
A funny story about Fortnite though. I actually was when Fortnite was first in like its like beta. I actually bought it then to pre-play it when it was pretty much it was purely cooperative, and I really liked it. And then when it became what it is now, I was like,
Battle Royale.
Why'd you buy it? You didn't need to buy it.
Because it was for the story. You had to buy the story.
Oh no, I bought it when it was like it was in pre-release, like as in the only way to play it was to buy it, like pay money to it. Yeah, it's just ironic that that's one of the only games I've ever done that for, and I've never played it since its official release.
Did you know it would become what it like? Do you have feelings? You know it would be big?
No, I didn't have them feelings. No, I thought it was going to be like one of those cool, small time games. So it's going to have a small, like dedicated fan base. But yeah. All right, cool. Oh, if you guys want to check out a cute one shot sometime, check out Mouse Ritter.
Mouse Ritter?
Mouse Ritter. It's free. Mouse RPG. Ooh, good times.
Oh.
Also changes to Fortnite was a massive. Also the change. Well, cool. I'll definitely I'll save that in a notepad now and give that a look-see. But we'll be back next week hopefully with an art stream, and I've got the week off of work, so I'm probably gonna try and do a stream at some stage as well. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I found all my old notes for the Fallout Wasteland inspired RPG that I was writing a long time ago. I rediscovered those notes, and I was like, there was a lot of cool things that I designed in that. I'm like, I really want to do that again. So I might do that. I might not. I might draw. I don't know. We'll figure something out. And if any of these losers want to join me, then you guys can as well. But yeah, free form, free rolling, free balling. Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, yeah. Thanks again, all of our new followers. Thanks again to everyone that's come along, checking us out. Thanks for everyone in the chat getting involved. It's always good to see. Yeah, we'll see you guys very soon, I'm sure. And yeah.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Good day.
Bye-bye.
Good work.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Yes, that one.
Whatever that. Yeah.
Whatever
The Truman Show.
Yeah, the Truman Show.
Good
Actually,
afternoon, good evening, and good night.
you know what? Because we did get rated tonight, let's have a look and see if any of our faves are online at the moment to see if we can do a raid, because I think that's pass it on.
Well?
If there's any suggestions, if anyone is still on the chat, if you've got anyone that we should have a look at. If not, I'm going to bring up my following page of the peeps that's not what I wanted to open in a new tab. That's just our logo. Now I want to go back to Twitch, open that in a new tab, and then mute it before. Oh no, it's already muted. Apparently, that's good.
Mute it before it makes noises.
Before it makes noises. Followed channels. None of my followed channels are on there, although... one of them... There is someone that's playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I think they deserve a raid, because...
Mass Effect's a good game.
Yeah.
Mass Effect.
Yeah, because Mass Effect, obviously.
True.
Yeah, so let's raid Pastel Sparkles.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Currently got 18 on there. Let's pop in and say a quick hello to them. But yeah, all right. We're out now. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Sorry,
Bye.
I forgot there's always a countdown. We're out in 9 seconds.
No,
Yeah, well, I'm waving for 9 whole seconds.
All right, we're going to
and-
awkwardly just be here in silence and wave until it stops.
I'm totally also waving.
Skirt, skirt.